Howdy, y'all. Welcome to ProjectTrill. My name is Drake, but you already know that. I'll be doing tonight. I figured I had some extra time. I've been playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta on my PS5 downstairs. I'm not very good with the PS5 controller, TBH. So I wanted to play it on my PC, go upstairs to check it out, and I don't have it for the PC. I gotta go pre-order it apparently, and I'm not really trying to pre-order it for two systems, so I have a cap card right here. I could hook the PS5 up to the cap card, through the PC, through USB, but it would only be 1080p and it'd be kind of a bitch, so I don't know, we'll figure it out. For now, I just want to eat these breadsticks, smoke a joint, and chop some wood over RuneScape. We'll watch a YouTube video and just kind of kick it. I figure I might as well hop on because I'm chilling. I don't have a lot of time to chill like this anymore, so might as well be live on stream doing it. Breadsticks. Smooth transitions. I'm just in the wood cutting guild, chopping away. Chopping wood, my favorite. Could chop wood on this one and on my alt at the same time. We chop a lot of wood. I'm thinking about going starting a Slayer task with him though. Actually, I'm doing Shukas right now, I think. Not my favorite. Shukas on the Lunar Island.
Speaking about somebody's ass, Paul. I love you to death. I love you to death, Whack. But you had the ass in the air today on Instagram. It might be the funniest shit in America right now. You laying on your stomach. I don't know how you got a bitch to get you like that, cuz.
Damn. Hey, they got him.
Hey, on Clubhouse
I'm like, what is cuz doing? Reading the book?
Nah, hell nah. You like this? Look, Blueface, we have a meeting in 5 minutes.
Hey, they caught Ugg slipping, man. That
Who is
nigga
they?
butt naked, bro, on Clubhouse.
Probably not safe for stream.
You over there arguing with niggas? Oh, Power will fuck you up when I see.
Hey, that nigga
Adam is wild.
Hey,
Adam was like, I was like, damn, I know you was cheeked up like that.
Adam said, come join Plus.
Oh my god, the photo of
That
him.
nigga text that nigga's like, how you double cheeked up on this Wednesday afternoon? God,
His
that
ass
shit
is
funny.
definitely out.
You gotta be sick to be yelling at a nigga butt ass nigga. You hot as a motherfucker.
Hey, nigga, fuck
Nigga, I
everybody.
see you, I'ma fuck you up.
That's super
Leg off the
funny.
bed.
Nigga on Paul Roof, nigga.
Bro, he was on his Melvin shit.
She probably like, what the fuck this nigga?
He's like laying on the couch, face down, with his ass out.
I like this nigga wild in this motherfucker.
Bro, that shit had me dead, bro.
Bro, you crazy,
Hey, keep
my
it G.
nigga.
Who be walking around the house naked, man?
Oh, Domi, what you mean?
I'm asking.
You want
I'm asking the
walking
team.
around the house
I'm
naked?
a boxer.
asking the
Box
team.
it up. I'm
Like,
boxing up.
then you
I'm
wanna
asking.
with
I
some
don't wa-
boxers.
No, I don't walk around the house naked. I feel uncomfortable just walking around like, you know what I'm saying? Swinging. I might hit the corner. I might hit the wrong
You ain't never hit the elevator naked.
Hell no.
Level 1.
Nigga might bust out that motherfucker like, hold on. You feel me? Like, it is different with a nigga, you know what I'm saying, on soft or whatever the case may be. It ain't
Come
like,
on, why you gotta worry about that in the comfort?
I mean, you gotta be
What the
kind
fuck?
of.
You think you worried about your size when you walk around the house?
It might be a random motherfucker.
This nigga crazy.
If you bust the wrong corner, it might be a random. You going?
Who? Your fiance?
No, I live with her,
Those King
her
Palms.
sister too. I might bust a corner. It might. I gotta look good.
Her sister?
And you busting the corner. You feel me? Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
You
That
think you out there looking crazy?
nigga be at dinner. She be at dinner just sitting there like, start snickering and shit.
nah, ain't nobody. I ain't walking around naked. That shit is uncomfortable. Dog.
No, I think it's different.
mad walking
but
to the
this
bathroom.
different. Like whoever did this, they did that for grimy because it's obviously not his fiance. I mean, or his wife.
Oh, so you snitching?
Hey, yeah, y'all, the Do No Show coming to another
I'm
network.
snitching or Flacco. I seen Flacco's post. I seen Flacco's post.
It obviously.
Damn, now you throwing Flacco under the bus too.
Whoa.
All right, yeah, the Do No Show coming soon.
Yeah, we all been under the bus over Flacco.
True.
Damn, you really snitching?
Yeah, I'm snitching now. Fuck y'all.
Damn. Hey, so you be walking around the house, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing, gut out, hold, you know what I'm saying, shit out.
Hey, my little brother ain't there right now. I've been naked the last couple days. You know what I'm saying? Watching House of Dragons, butt ass naked.
Going up the stairs, this cuz.
Remember you watch House of Dragons butt naked?
I was watching House of Dragons, butt ass naked.
Like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want nothing about
Ass
doing
cheeks touching your
nothing.
couch.
Hey man, I got a
Yeah.
big ass 82-inch. I'm sitting there chilling. I'm
so
over
your
there.
shit leather, you got cheeks leather.
I got
Under cheeks on the leather.
I ain't got no cheap leather.
No, so you got your cheeks on
Sweaty
the
ass
leather.
cheeks.
I ain't got no
Leather.
cheek,
It's
man.
hot on that motherfucker, bro.
I don't know what material it is, but that motherfucker's cool.
But it's gonna be hot and your cheeks is sitting on that pause. What are
No,
we
I
talking
got
about?
air conditioning,
Let's get
man.
out-
What the hell's wrong with
Let's
you?
get out of here. Let's get this conversation going. Let's go. My boy lost his damn mind. I know Duno ain't walking around
Hell
naked.
no, I live with moms. Walking around naked while living with my mom.
Your mom ever seen you naked?
Puto?
Probably,
Of course.
Probably when I
When
was
you
a
was born.
kid, dumbass. But not now. I'm not like, oh yeah, let me just walk around the house naked. Even though, no, that's weird.
You ever seen your mom naked?
What the fuck is? What you be on?
I'm asking you a question.
You and your family on some shit.
I'm asking you a real question.
Butt naked. They probably watch butt naked fucking.
I'm not saying
That's
walking, but you feel me? You
I
could have
didn't know
walked
what-
past the door one day.
I didn't know what to say and I said pause, but that wasn't cool.
First you want to bone my mom.
you
right?
found your mom dildo, so I know you seen some shit.
Damn! What type of shit niggas on?
You said it.
Have you ever seen your mom naked as an adult?
No, I seen my granny one time.
What?
Did y'all speak about that T Grizzly situation?
No, we briefly, but we ain't really spoke like too much into it.
I just want to ask y'all, because there's a lot of motherfuckers in there 50-50 about this shit that's saying it might be an insurance job. I want to know how y'all feel about that.
Well, that's
I just
snitching if
feel
it's true.
like, yeah. I don't feel like that nigga.
Christ.
Everybody's a snitch today.
No, but I don't feel like it's that. You feel me? I don't feel like that ain't in need for none of that shit. So why would the fuck would that nigga do that shit for some fucking insurance money? Like, nigga, what?
I don't think that's insurance shit.
Hell no.
Bro,
But it's just like you gotta you
Y'all
can't
wanna
even
smoke
protect
a
yourself.
J-Bone?
These fucking gated communities, nigga. You can't even like damn, you can't even move far out. You feel me? And just feel some type of comfortability, nigga. No more like. Where the fuck I gotta go? Like, why the fuck y'all want to keep taking from me and fucking with me? Like, where does this shit stop at? Come on, y'all.
man, this world is getting thirstier and thirstier.
Damn,
think
but for
we
somebody to
should,
know where he lives, probably where all his shit was at exactly, that shit don't seem like an inside job.
Definitely an inside job.
Yeah,
Definitely an
some more
inside job.
snitching going on.
Definitely an inside job.
Oh my god.
That shit gotta be definitely inside job. I don't give a fuck. But then just like the nigga Rizza Islam said, like, damn, y'all motherfuckers are so quick to take from your people,
Man.
kill your people, fuck with your people. But you know what I'm saying? The white man over here, the police nigga over here, they want to beat you up, hit you upside the head. They want to take you to jail. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't do nothing to them. They're like, fuck that. I'm gonna just go fuck with this nigga right here, and I'm gonna take from him. You pass all that shit up. Not to say it's good to be. Well, you take it from motherfuckers, but y'all pass all that shit up to go fuck with this nigga. That shit weak.
You're more than likely to get killed by somebody that look just like you.
That's fucked up, dog.
Just the way life works, or like where we're from works. Like, bro, Los Angeles is a dangerous fucking place.
I mean, everywhere is a dangerous fucking place.
Everywhere is dangerous, but right now, the state of LA right now, it's a lot of bullshit going on. You know, somebody just killed a guy and then seen in front of his house, robbed him. Like, I'm like, bro, this shit is getting it's too much, man.
What?
Mm-hmm. And it's like all the nice areas is where all the bullshit is happening.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they starting to migrate. Niggas ain't got no money in the ghetto, man. But niggas do got money in the ghetto.
A lot of money.
A gang of money.
The world ain't got money right now. Niggas are struggling.
The world?
Man.
Niggas got money.
Nah.
Bro, it's bad right now. Imagine.
It's bad right now.
It's bad
bro.
right now, bro. Imagine next year when the recession hits.
The housing market is fucked up
How
right
you know
now.
the recession about to hit?
Shit.
It's already hit. It's going.
Nah, but
that's what I'm saying. The housing market is fucked up. They said the average price for a vehicle now is $700, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for car payment, $700 for a car note right now.
Oh, wow.
Who the fuck can afford that?
That's exactly why
That's
a lot of
expensive.
bullshit is
Pay like
happening right now.
$300.
Expensive.
No cap, I got homies that got sky packs that probably spend more than that $900 or $1,000 a month. Plus they rent.
Dang, how niggas be making it? That be the number one thing out here. Motherfuckers like, oh, niggas doing bad, niggas doing this. But a lot of motherfuckers ain't robbing, killing, and stealing. Like, how the
Hey,
fuck
Josh,
are you niggas
look
making
up-
this shit?
Look up what's the medium income for a household in 2022.
That shit is crazy. For
The
like
number is crazy.
But also, a lot of motherfuckers suck with money. Like, have homies that unfortunately they work a regular job, but have most of their check, 75% of their check, goes to their car. I'm like, bro, you don't even get to enjoy life. Cause you wasting everything on your fucking
So
car.
you go to work.
So look at that.
to pay your car.
Married couple
Hey,
families.
thank you, Nick. Appreciate you, buddy. How you doing
Go to
tonight?
California. So a married couple family with children, they make 80,000. Male-headed families, 36,000. It's crazy, bro.
So you gotta make 80,000 if you got kids to survive out here.
No, that's how much people make.
So much people make,
think
but
about how much you think your overhead is a month.
That's crazy.
Think about it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's almost crazy. So I should just work by myself.
So look, 67,000 was a median household income in the United States. Can you live off of 67,000 for the year, T-Rail?
You know, not running a business.
fuck no, I can't.
Take the business out of there. Just you, period. What you spend, the kids that you got, what you like to do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
67,000, bro.
Yes.
No, you can't.
A month?
Right now,
No,
right now,
that's
no.
that's a whole
What a dum
year,
dum.
I'm
bro.
about to say, nigga.
No,
what?
no,
Hell
that's
yeah,
good for the month.
Anybody
Yeah,
can
I'm about to go get me a new a month?
Yeah, straight up.
What? Nigga, we
Yeah.
lit this motherfucker. I'm going to Calabasas.
No,
bitch.
that's the whole
Crazy.
that's the whole year, fool.
The whole year? No.
Yeah.
The whole year?
The whole year, 67,000.
The whole
I ain't gonna
year?
lie.
That's out,
I ain't
nigga.
gonna lie. Fucking last year when I did my taxes, I see how much I made. I saw my mom and she was like, she almost
Where
died
it's
near.
at?
She was like, no, she died near Christ. She was like, damn. And then she was like, thank God you popping now. She's like, I could work a little less, you make a lot more money. And I was like, and then she told me how much she used to make when she was raising 4 kids on her own, bro. I was like, damn.
15,000. Something crazy.
Bro, probably.
10,000.
Bro, my first time I ever did taxes, I made $13,000 in a year.
Damn.
I was living off like $100 every 2 weeks.
Damn.
That
bruh.
shit was shit, bro.
No,
Like
but
gross?
that's when you ain't gotta pay no fucking rent. You know what I'm saying? You still a baby now. You 22. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get older, you gotta pay for everything. And you got kids.
And especially having a business now, I'd be like, fucking, what's it called? I got my office. Like, if something fuck up at the office, I gotta go buy some new equipment.
Yeah, having just a little bit over $5,000 a month right now, especially out here, that's not gonna cut it.
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't gonna cut it. This shit $2,500 for rent.
$5 a
That's
month.
That's half your fucking check.
And that's and $2,500 for rent. You ain't living in nothing.
I don't make
crazy.
5 a fucking
You
month.
all right.
It's mediocre.
It's mediocre.
Even
Then-
in the ghetto.
Now you got a car note. You paying $700 a month.
But see, that's what I'm saying to certain people like me, bro. My first car, when I started working, I was doing this shit full time. My first car was still a Honda Accord. And why? I was like, smarter with money. I'm not gonna have a car note overhead. To this day, bro, I don't got a car note. All the cars I got, I bought in cash and they're mine. Cause I don't wanna have a fucking worry about like, obviously I pay for the insurance and shit, but Other than that, I'm like, you motherfuckers is stupid.
I mean, it's not stupid to have a car, no. Don't even say that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's
but
not
what I'm
stupid to lease a car.
No, living above your means is stupid.
Yeah, living above, like, bro, if I make this amount a year, and I have a household and I pay rent, and I want to go get myself a car that's gonna cost me an extra 1,000 overhead, you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
Like that's stupid, bro. Get something that's gonna get you by. You figure it out, save more money, but you also get to enjoy life. Like a car's not gonna take you to certain. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
pay all the rent in your mom's house?
nah, my mom's still very like.
You a piece of shit.
Why? She's,
You a piece of shit.
How
How you
I thought
gonna
you was
tell? How
paying
you
that.
show your mom you making 6 figures last year, allegedly, and then
Damn.
she look at it, she go look at this shit. She like, I'm proud of you. You ain't paying all the rent. You
Because-
fucking piece of shit.
you know, because my mom,
Hey.
she's very independent. She's very like.
Working
Okay.
at
You could
do your-
Ideas,
but that's hers,
5K a
like,
month.
I
Real
can't-
talk,
I
bro.
can't give-
5,000 a
Have you
month would
offered,
be
though?
very,
Yeah, I've
very
definitely
fucking
offered,
nice.
but I pay a lot of things. I pay the insurance on our
Like-
cars.
like 2
I
right
pay
now,
the
I
Wi-Fi,
think.
whatever she needs, she gets. She knows to ask me, Mom, you need money for this.
and she
Shit.
don't ask
Cal-
for shit.
she
She
actually-
don't want shit.
They are in California though. California is like obviously much more expensive. My friend is paying $900 a month for a fucking truck right now, and it's like out of control in California. But I ask like, what do they make, and they don't make that much more money though. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how the fuck that works. Like by hourly rate, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make 20 plus an hour as soon as possible, and I would love to do it without a college degree. And even people that have a college degree are telling me it's definitely not like a necessity to be making that kind of money. It'd be nice. I don't exactly struggle right now, but it'd be cool, like, not have to worry about anything. I don't even really buy groceries like that right now because shit's so fucking crazy.
She asked me for a lot of shit.
Like what?
A lot of shit.
Like what?
That's between me and my
Some
mom.
food?
What do you mean?
Give me some side-eye food and, you know what I'm
My
saying?
mom doesn't talk like that, you racist bitch.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
She speaks Spanish, dumbass.
Sorry.
It's so racist. Though. That's funny.
That wasn't-
No, that ain't
That's
funny.
funny.
That ain't funny.
That's funny.
No,
But no,
that wasn't funny.
sorry.
What do your mom like? Hey, Groove, give me some food, good.
Rolling up a
She trying to
little
say
bit
some
of
bullshit.
He gonna say a racist joke next.
cherry
I want
Gushers.
watermelon. Go ahead.
What did
He
your
did,
mom?
what
What
else?
have your mom asked
He
you?
said, "Oh, the
chicken.
chicken."
Have your mom some chicken? We all eat chicken polo. But hold on.
Pollo.
Pollo. Oh yeah, pollo.
Hey,
pollo.
that pollo we had the other day though.
Pollo.
Yes.
Y'all still ain't invited me to food.
Check out
We
my
told you to set the vegan shit
raw
up. Shut up.
perfect
Bitch
cone
ass
maker.
over
Yeah,
here.
you don't eat,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
hoe-ass nigga. Go ahead.
I'm smoking
All right,
pack.
people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. I wanted to watch.
Speaking about somebody else.
I don't normally wear it, but
one,
I think for the Lyrical Lemonade Festival, it makes sense to suit up.
The fastening of the trousers. Standard mustard shirt.
Pig Santa, the true headliner of this festival.
The buttoning of the fly.
God damn it, why is there a they call it zip tie?
Don't move it. Not gonna happen, bro.
So what's the plan? I don't know, I think I'm just gonna like run on stage.
And say what?
I need a
Just
poker.
like ask whoever's performing like what's going on, how they're feeling. How we doing?
What? Are you having fun? Bro, I'm having so much fun with these Yeet fans right here. They're such a bundle of eco joy. Who's Yeet? I'm not sure, honestly. Some dude who made a Minion song, I guess. Security! Get this motherfucker off the stage! Security!
I need my drugs, I need my love. This bitch is pulling up, sucker sucker. I'm in the Tonka, baby, you can show me love. I ain't trusting nobody, I keep a gun. If a problem come up, you know I'm not gonna run.
We're at a rap festival. We're gonna talk to
Remember
rappers
that
and rap
Tonka?
fans.
Breaking news. Breaking news. You're watching Channel 5.
Channel 55, we don't
go with clusters, and 5 is the best number.
My name is Andrew Callahan, and you're watching Channel 5 News. When I first arrived to Chicago for this festival, I saw a lot of big-name rappers on the lineup, such as Post Malone, my old friend OGZ, and a 4-man quartet called the Homicide Gang. But pretty quickly into my interviews, I realized that most of the kids were there to see
Chicago
one
was a
performer,
little too
man
hard,
named Yeet, a vaccinated 22-year-old singer and recreational pharmaceutical pill advocate from Oregon.
A recreational pharmaceutical.
Yeet, bro! My favorite thing about Yeet is his dancing skills. I am a very good dancer myself, and I see that in him.
A year ago, Mr. Yeet was
Eats
only
a little
really known
much.
in the world of underground rap. But after blowing up around 6 months ago with hits like Turban, Rich Minion, and Addicted to Lying, no, it's called Lying for Fun, Yeet is currently the #1 rapper on TikTok. But there's just one problem. Since his blow up, Yeet hasn't done a single interview with a journalist. So I made it my mission to identify, track down, and get a few words out of this mysterious figure.
Yeet.
Excuse me, boys. Excuse me, could I please speak to Mr. Yeet?
Not right now. He's decompressing.
Okay, cool. After hours of dead-end calls with managers and agents,
He's decompressing.
Mr. Yeet, though just 10 feet away behind the pale flaps of a polyester tent, seemed unreachable. So I went to meet with someone who I thought could tell me a little bit more about this mysterious creature. So who is Yeet?
I mean, he's not one of my favorites, that's for sure. I mean, I get the appeal and I see where it's at. Is it something that is necessarily my go-to? No. Stylistically, I kind of see him as feeling
He asked who is he?
that has kind of been expanded by guys like Playboi Carti. Tight cycling beats, like it's a lot of hype, it's a lot of energy, not a
don't
whole
drive
lot
a
of
Dodge
substance
Charger,
on
their
like the
shit gets
lyrical
stolen
side or
in 5
anything, but like
minutes. I heard that.
I would say it's so visceral, but also psychedelic. You know, there's kind of like a sort of trippy, you know, undertone to it as well.
I got some C on the way, bitch, my white inside the nose, I really just
You know, what's funny is like a lot of the music that has kind of inhabited that lane for the good part of the early to mid 2010s, you know, whether you're thinking of like DS2, something like that, there's almost like a comatose element to it.
So good.
Take out my problems and drink out the bottle and funk on a model, yeah.
You know, it's like very sleepy, you know, whereas like Yeet is more like an upper.
rocking the target. Sipping on Moby to be like Bourbon. I feel the cool by the lobby, don't think about swerving. Yeah, I better sign for a lot of shit, ain't yours.
He's out of control.
I got a whole lot of money coming in. They tell me it's a couple that's waiting. I don't know where I'm at, for you.
Dude, this is a revolution, bro.
I am Yeet.
Bro, I saw those, he says one of the easier vehicles to steal is a Dodge. They can unlock them with laptops, start them and dip. I watched Kia Boys documentary on stream recently and it was fucking crazy, dude. They just stick one of those like the USB part of a charger in and it just like turns the fucking car on. Hyundais and Kias, they say. That's fucking crazy. Good thing I drive a GMC, huh? What you know about that cherry Gushers? Friggin' Big Berry Journts. Come on, guy, don't steal my kill. These are my shukas. I'm gonna say WTF, bro. We're gaming so hard. What do you think, Nick? Little cherry Gushers. She's burning nice. That's so tasty, bro. What are you up to tonight, my guy? Chilling? Coolie in the cut? Watching your favorite streamer? Surprised you haven't rolled a hash hole yet. Bro, you know me, I'm a little too cheap for a hash hole. I would love to twist one up, I know about them, but maybe with batter or something? Ooh, blazing a little catatonique. I like that. I like that a lot, my guy.
Yeet's biggest fan. Yeet is everything, okay?
Everything?
He's amazing. He's amazing. Right? I love him, like genuinely love him with the bottom of my heart. Yeet's my daddy.
Who do you think's more important, Gandhi, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, or Yeet?
Yeet. Yeet, sorry. They're both the same in different ways, you know? He's not more important, but I like him more because I know him. Like, he's right there. He's tangible to me.
And just like that, after hours of patient waiting, Yeet emerged.
So, for those who don't know, can you tell us your name and where you're from?
I'm Yeet. I'm from LA.
What's on your mind?
About to perform. Just chilling.
If you had a time machine, what would you do?
Bro.
I don't know. I'll go to the future.
How far you think? Like centuries or really, really far?
I'll go like 6 million. 6 million years. See what's going on. It'd probably be like spaceships drinking like alien lean.
Are you in love?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in love.
With what?
With everything. What about you?
I'm in love with interviewing.
Okay. So you believe in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. That's crazy.
What do you want to be when you're like an old man?
Dude, right?
Nothing.
What is clout?
I don't like clout. I just be in the house all day. I don't even leave my house. I only leave I gotta perform.
Really?
Yeah.
You play video games and stuff?
I make music, just chill, make food.
What's your favorite kind of food?
I like cereal. I like Frosted Flakes.
How many bowls a day do you think you're on right now for Frosted Flakes?
How many bowls a day you on?
It's like 13, 14.
No concern for diabetes? No?
Same.
Nah. I don't think I'm gonna get that.
Any message for the kids?
Don't do drugs.
Yo, bro, so
no.
Nick, since you're here, I had to bring this up, bro. Bro, 14, that's nothing. Smoke of the joy in the stream. I always thought it was like a big no-no, you know what I mean? But I worked 8 hours already today. I'm gonna smoke this fucking joy in the stream and play RuneScape and watch YouTube videos and not feel so guilty about it, man. This is my release. I'm happy you could be here, Nick, to do this with me. Thank you, buddy. Much love, bro. Let's finish this YouTube video. You smoking a joint right now too? Can of tonic? I like that. Can of teak. Strawberry smoothie? Fucking right, bro. What a strain. I'm craving a strawberry banana smoothie right in this moment. Like every moment of every day, actually.
No drugs?
I wouldn't do them if I was you.
What kind of vape is that?
Mango.
No more Juul?
I'll do Juul.
Do you think that you should be allowed to vape in schools?
Yeah.
What about popcorn lung?
It's a myth. It's not real.
Popcorn lung is real. It happens when inhaling toxic chemicals such as diacetyl, formal use of flavored microwave popcorn. Exposure to these chemicals can happen at work or by vaping. E-cigarettes have many different types of chemicals in them that may be dangerous to your lung tissue.
How would you describe your average fan?
They cool. Turn.
After that mystical interaction with TikTok's golden goose, I wasn't exactly sure how to proceed. Then I remembered. A few months ago, I used my stature as a perceived social media influencer to connect two very different groups of people, rap mega fans and rappers themselves, in a technique that I call the Zilla Cami Shuffle. Step one is to develop a personal relationship with a rapper to the point of receiving their private contact information. Step 2 is to go into the crowd and find their most rabid superfan. Step 3 is to ambush the rapper into a face-to-face interaction with said fan. What results is beautiful. The fan is given the experience of a lifetime, and the rapper is given a better understanding of their own fan base. This worked quite well in Utah, when I connected Justin from Salt Lake City with his favorite rapper, Zilla Cami.
Bro, I'm so excited. This is the only reason why I'm here right now. I love
Nick.
Zilla. No
Smoking on that
way,
banana
dude.
milk. Dude, that's white.
What's up, dude? I'm about to cut off a dread for you. I can't get it, man.
Sheesh.
There it goes.
That's super killer,
Justin
bro.
offered Zilla one of his dreadlocks, and the two shared a beautiful bonding experience.
I don't know what to do with this.
It actually smells pretty good.
It literally smells like shampoo.
What would you say if I told you I could get you a FaceTime interaction with Yeet?
Well, I'd literally cry. Please, 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 please.
You guys are of age, right?
Yeah, I'm 21. 21. I'm 20. I have my ID. We're just short as sorry.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Right, bro, rapper smoke. For real though. I firmly believe that.
Oh my god! Oh my god. You so fine. We just saw you perform. You were so fine.
Oh shit. Look at those little dresses.
Huh? Right there. Oh my god. Yo, bro, your performance was amazing. It was amazing. Anything for fucking Yeet. Your music, bro, like straight up got me through my
I'm cringing.
Oh my god. What's it like being you? Like, what is your daily life like? It's a lot. Is it a lot? You're at the airport already? Have a good flight. How are you at the airport already? Rude ass. You know what? It's fine. Anything for Yeet. Okay, I love Yeet. I would myself if he asked me to. Me too. Like.
Did Yeet hang up on you?
Yeah, but it's okay. But we got to see him for a little while.
Oh
my god. Stop. I'm your biggest fan. I'm actually your biggest fan.
Here, guys.
I've been DMing you every day. I'm actually gonna cry.
Cry for what?
I love you. Can I please get a hug? Thank you so much. Oh my god. Bro, I just watched your performance. No. See me in the mosh pit? I got crushed, but it was so worth it.
Appreciate it.
Your performance amazing.
I think I'm literally cringing. I can't even like fucking.
And you got that drip too. You got that hiking ass, fine ass drip.
I guess you could say.
Can we get one picture? Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Wait, everyone, middle finger in this shit. Come on.
I love Yeet, bro. I love Yeet, bro.
Why?
Why? Turban.
What's that?
Right, bro.
Head thing.
That
What
was
do you
a
like
lot.
most about him? Like, what really appeals to you?
His body.
What's the craziest thing you would do for Yeet?
Probably give him, yeah, my kidney. My kidney, definitely.
But
Bro,
don't you
those
need that to
girls look
survive?
really young.
I only need one.
What would you say if I told you you could meet Yeet right now?
Are you serious?
Yes, but you have to come in this porta potty.
Yes. Come on, man. Answer, Yeet. Come on. Oh no, dude. Can I get a picture with you, or do you want to keep filming?
We're gonna keep filming.
Okay. You gonna call me again?
Yeah.
Come on, Yeet. Look, Craig. I'm walking on my burrito. I'm taking a big burrito. I'm out of the big smack dog. Get it, talking about it like that. Talk to him like a bitch said she loved me. Talk to him normal. Yo. Connection. Yo, Yeet. Look, Turban, man. Come on, man. I actually came here to see Lancey Fell. But I love Yeet too. Yo, Yeet. Dude, I can't. God damn, bro. I cannot make out a word you're saying.
You're a little rude to Yeet.
Damn.
So, how do you think it went?
I think it was alright. I mean, I couldn't hear him. He was probably booted up on X, bro. Like, he took 1 or 2 Teslas. You know how it be.
Don't do drugs.
What'd you say to him?
I told him that I couldn't hear him, and then I just started singing the lyrics to one of his songs, man. I'm walking on my burrito. I'm taking a burrito.
Did he say anything to you?
No, not really. He just kind of sat there.
Bro.
Is he everything you hoped?
What even?
Yes.
I hear a lot of things about
I mean,
you on the
I
internet.
talk to artists all the time through what I do, and nobody's particularly interesting. Very few who I've talked to face to face or over social media who I'm like, wow, you really are like a demigod or some you know what I mean? Your mind is really on another level, or you're kind of like living in such a way that is wholly unlike us mere mortals. Most people are just people, and really that's it. It doesn't matter if you're on a stage or if everybody's fucking boring. Honestly, everybody's boring. Even with me myself, I don't really make a whole lot out of my personal life on social media. I talk about music, and that's pretty much all I talk about and all I like to talk about, because, I mean, outside of this, you know, my lawnmower over here is really boring, you know? And like, this is the most exciting thing that I have access to on a regular basis. You know, the thing is, like, it's a relief to be able to wake up sometimes and just be like, you know, I'm not gonna be on today. And some people don't allow themselves that freedom in the age of social media. Everything they do is for social media. They think social media is real life, and you always have to be sort of like in that mode of like creating content, having this certain energy. You start embodying the weird caricature that people sort of see you to be on Instagram or whatever. And yeah, that's unfortunate and that's sad. And it can be very lucrative, but also soul-sucking, you know. Difficult to probably look at yourself in the mirror after a while.
Cash App. If you like Channel 5, you might really also like Cash App, which is an app that all of...
It's so ironic that he says that, and then he's like this him doing a Cash App ad after, like, soulless.
...us have downloaded on our phones.
Isn't Cash App a peer-to-peer money sending service?
No, it's actually much more than a peer-to-peer money sending service. Cash App is actually like a bank, and it's a great way to invest in stocks and cryptocurrency. You can also use code CHANNEL5 to get a free $15 for new users.
Actually, right now is a good time to get in, honestly. Market's like shit.
I almost got shot and killed in Minneapolis because my boy Germ owed some dude money and the guy tried to kill me. That wasn't fun. He pulled the trigger and it jammed, so I'm alive, bro.
Same here. How you doing?
I'm doing good. No, just chain smoked a whole box of cigarettes, lit.
Yeah. You look a little bit different than the last time I met you.
Yeah. Male BBL and lipo.
How much weight did you lose, bro?
Honestly, 55 pounds.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off?
No carbs, no sugar.
His new diet, I swear, I'm not even kidding. Diet Coke and cigarettes.
If you smoke cigarettes, you hard. Hey, you smoke cigarettes, you Do you want to fuck the guy with a cigarette or a vape? I want to fuck the guy with a cigarette.
I would say they're kind of like underground vets, underground kings, because, like, you know, anybody who's been doing what they've been doing as long as they have independently, for the most part, is like disappeared, completely irrelevant now, not consistent. Whereas like Fat Nick and Pooey, I think Fat Nick is pushing 30 at this point.
30. 29
You guys think
boys.
drill music is bad for the kids?
No, drill music is great. Kids ages 2 and up should listen to drill music. Shout out Chief Keef, man.
Yeah, I love drill music. I started making music with drill music.
Yeah.
Chief Keef is like the 21st century god.
And shout out to Young Thug. He's like a young Picasso. Free Young Thug.
Would you guys rather live in a studio apartment with Stitches or Joker 305?
I don't want to say anything because like I feel like both those guys might beat me up. You know what I mean? Like Stitches is pretty strong. The Joker's probably like a lunatic.
Gun to my head, I have to pick one. Stitches, I feel like he's more like stable. Even though the other dude might be stable, I don't know. But Stitches looks more calm. And I can't wake up to non-calmness.
I think Florida should secede from the United States of America, probably.
You guys scared of anything?
I hate reptiles. I don't like reptiles. I'm a dog man.
So hey again.
Feminism. That scares me.
Oh yeah, it's super scary too. I don't like it.
Would you guys rather live in a bunk bed with Lil Pump?
I choose Lil Pump all day. I spent 10 years with Lil Pump.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Lil Pump, I love you, man. People say he fell off. I don't think Lil Pump fell off, bro. That guy's doing crazy ass shit. He's doing crazy shows overseas. Like,
Does anyone care about Lil Pump anymore? You know, Sir Pumperton III, the youngest flexer? No, Lil Pump is not having a fucking comeback. It would be short-sighted to say something like really blunt, like hip-hop is a young man's game. But you know, what is a young man's game is certain styles or lanes, and the type of thing that Lil Pump offers is very much a young man's game. That kind of energy is like so heavily based within novelty, kind of like in the porno industry. The fact that you are new makes you attractive because you have that X factor, some kind of mystique about the newness of you that kind of draws people. Pump at this point, in terms of his antics, like it's all pretty much known.
Yeah, I came in with a saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with a saw. Yeah, posh they flare red raw. Yeah, they shot flare red raw. Yeah, yeah.
Would you rather share a studio apartment with Lil Pump or Nav?
I'd rather chill with Nav.
Really?
I think Nav has a very calming energy.
You don't think that he would try to kill you?
Who is Nav? I guess he's an up-and-coming Toronto rapper with a horrible baby voice that sounds incredibly generic, tedious, generic, off-brand, lifeless, painfully dumb lyrics, ordinary instrumentals, devoid of anything. Oh yeah, I mean, I think he maybe would try that, but I mean, assuming there was no will to kill, just on kind of like a vibe and personality level, Nav probably does his dishes. You know, Nav probably takes out his trash.
Even though you think he's the worst rapper of all time.
Hey, he may be in like my bottom 5, but he probably won't drink my almond milk. Lil Pump probably doesn't give a Lil Pump's gonna be in the cupboard eating my Oreos.
He's gonna have in your bed.
Right, exactly.
Trippy Red was fucking lit yesterday, bro. You should have been here for that shit.
You gotta get fly, just a list to this brand new Glock. Scotty Pippen in the clip, but I ain't Scotty Pippen. I be pippin' on this suck ass. Why you listen to the zips? I be flipping over these hoes and I flip them with my tape, man. You
better smoke a cigarette and get some cancer.
Are you afraid of anything?
Shit, I'm afraid of my mama. She crazy.
Why?
She used to whip my ass when I used to go out. My mom used to go look for me when I'd be kicking out the homies on the block.
Yeah?
Yeah, she'd be screaming, "Go inside, nigga!" She used to beat my ass.
If you had a time machine, what would you do?
Go back in time, go be for Hitler.
What would you say to Hitler if you saw him?
Nigga, smoke, nigga. I know talking when we see that.
You'd probably be like, what are you saying? What year are you from?
Shit, what year was that popping, like 1920?
I think he was popping between 1935 and 1942.
We would probably have those big-ass Western guns. Little revolvers.
After you confront him, what's the plan?
Shit, we finna take over OTX boys.
OTX to take over Nazi Germany?
Yeah. Hey, how that sound? OTX taking over Germany.
We'll put that in the backwood.
Hey, we got the Hitler pack right here.
I'm trash talking old man, Chi-Town Paulie. New York. The Knicks. We love the Bulls. We love the Blackhawks. We love Chicago sports. New York.
What don't you like about New Yorkers?
The way they speak, the way they eat, and the way they act. They're arrogant f***s. They're not Midwesterners. Midwesterners are nice, they're kind, they're friendly, they're fun, and they accept everybody. Let me tell you a story though. This guy Marty, I saw him outside on the street. He was crying, and I said, "Why are you crying?" He goes, "Because security took my passes." So I said, "You could have mine." I gave him an artist pass yesterday. True story. Good reason. That was recent. Is that not true, Marty?
I was not crying, but I was in a dire situation.
It takes a real man to cry. I know he's young. He doesn't know how to admit it yet, but tears were coming out of his eyes. He was a lost soul. He didn't know what to do because he is a great cameraman, a great producer.
So sometimes on the road in this transient lifestyle we live, you interview someone for a couple minutes and you never know if you'll ever see them again. One of those people is a man named Party Marty.
My name's Marty, but around here I go by Party Marty.
Walk us through that day.
I just wanted to say hi to you. I didn't know I was going to really end up on the video.
Yeah.
I'm also a pretty crazy guy, so I didn't really know what I was going to do.
Party Marty.
My thing with alcohol is no matter what I'm drinking, it could be top shelf tequila, it's going to get me up. Or I could drink $5 vodka, and that's going to do the same exact effect.
That'll cure Corona.
Tell me about the day the video dropped. What were you doing?
I was at a party, and all these people were coming up to me, and they're like, "Party Marty, like, we saw you on the video." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is it. This is gonna be my life for the rest of the summer and all summer long. Business owners, my work, my family, everyone messaged me about that video, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm living my life. Like, I'm a grown man, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Whoever didn't like that video, didn't like me being on the beach during COVID, like, they really need to grow up and learn how to live. This is a way to create my legacy one day at a time, so I'm not gonna stop creating my legacy ever.
Party Marty. Godspeed, brother.
Thank you.
We're on your team for life.
My uncle and aunt was kind of partners with Al Capone. The gangs of today, I think that they need to come back together and do stuff for a good cause and stop spreading themselves apart in their hierarchy and all their BS. Stop killing themselves, work together, help people out. We can make this world the best place around if everybody works together, shares the love, and helps out.
Today's gonna be just overall a legendary day for Chicago. We got G Herbo. I mean, it's a Chicago legend, man. Yeah, like, he's just been going crazy since. He came from that 2012 era, you know? Yeah. When it's like Keith, Herb, Bibby.
Like early drill.
Early drill, exactly. He kind of started that whole wave.
He's a nice guy.
One of the nicest guys ever, man.
Know a couple niggas that's down the ride for a homicide when it's drama time. Run up on him with the llamas flying, leave his loved ones all traumatized. 150, I'm really with it. I'll drop his ass and then forget it. On a man round my side of town, might see it. Just forget I hit it. In the game, bitch, I do my thing. Hoes scream my name, I ain't even there. Love her, boy, I do's this. Leave your bitch wetter than a pool pit. And I make bands like I make friends. Bought some Ray-Bans on some cool ish.
How did it go out there?
It was great. It was amazing, man. I'm happy to be home.
You ever think you'd be doing that?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, not like this. It's still surreal. I mean, I worked hard for everything, you know what I'm saying? But when I started, I ain't really see this. Yeah.
How do you feel about people like coming out against drill music like in New York?
Now, there's a new style of rap that's blowing up. And it's gotten to the point where the mayor of New York is so concerned that he's trying to rein it in.
Mayor Eric Adams is trying to curb the violence associated with drill rap. Now, that's a branch of rap music that is about the violent side of the streets.
I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son. He sent me some videos, and it is alarming.
Adams made national headlines late Friday when he called out social media companies for their responsibility in promoting violence in drill rap videos, and he vowed to put a plan in motion.
It's art, man. Everybody should be able to be creative in their art, you know what I'm saying? And I don't see why they feel like drill music is bad for society or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we got to do better as a people to, you know what I'm saying, make like less violent and shit like that. But no, I don't think drill the problem, hell no.
Anything else you want to say to the world?
Man, I love y'all. It's G Herbo. Survivor's Remorse coming soon, man. Gang.
Wait, Survivor's Remorse?
Yeah, that's my album. Survivor's Remorse on the way.
What does that phrase mean to you?
Survivor's Remorse, it's survivor's guilt, man. You know, overcoming circumstances, you know, and being here right now where you lost so much and so many people that should be here with me, not, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
What do you think is the reason that you survived and a lot of people didn't?
God.
In the next episode, we travel to Chicago's famous O-Block projects to learn about the origins of drill music and talk to friends of recently slain rapper King Von about their opinions on the genre.
We started the word drill with our music. Like, let's do a drill. We started that shit.
This shit came like a movie to people. Like, when it first got famous, people started like, it was like we was characters. Like, damn, like, you got me look like an assassin.
We also explore the influence that social media and YouTube gang content have.
Is bad for society.
Yeah.
The O-Block one, pretty crazy.
See, with our ARs, we're citizens. Without them, we'll be slaves. They're not assault weapons. They're sporting weapons. It's necessary to protect my family from tyrannical government.
Why do you think there are so many mass shootings?
Because that's what's on the agenda for the left. They want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
Protesters pushed up against barricades, keeping them away from the NRA meeting site. It's tense. The pain of a national tragedy does not bridge divides here.
When was a shooter a member of the NRA? I want you to tell me. You can't, because it never happened and it never will. You're an idiot.
I believe you have the right to own a firearm, but I do not believe
you should be 18 years old to be able to have an AR. When you use an AR, you're going to kill people. You don't go hunting for deer with an AR.
When the founding fathers defined freedom, they didn't think that ARs were going to be part of it.
Or black people.
Yeah.
Or people of color.
People of color.
And how about freedom? They want to talk about how we shouldn't ban guns because that's hurting our freedom. How about abortion? We're forcing women to have kids.
I see you have an Antifa flag right here. How would you describe yourself politically?
I'd say I'm a socialist. So I believe in taxing the church, taxing the rich, abolish the police. Police are supposed to protect us in schools, right? But in Uvalde, they didn't. When I get older, like old enough, 21, I'm gonna own a firearm because I don't trust police to solve my cases.
Marx said in his Communist Manifesto that we should arm the proletariat. Just arm the proletariat to ensure that they're able to defend themselves.
Well, my sign asks a pretty obvious question that I think everybody should be asking. This is the right time to have a celebration of guns right on the heels of more than a dozen kids and teachers getting murdered a few days ago in Uvalde. This is ridiculous.
Nothing better than Daytona Bike Week at the Cackenberry Campgrounds.
Do you have any special talents?
Hey, rubbing her, making her feel good.
How does it make you feel?
Having fun. Oh, life is great. Life is great.
How's it going? What you doing?
Just doing it. Gotta get that whipped cream on there.
All right, baby. We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida at the Cabbage Patch Campground. It's Daytona Bike Week. What's the craziest thing you've seen so far in this amazing week?
I would say the coleslaw wrestling. Wrestling in shredded lettuce, cabbage, and the oil. How does the coleslaw feel?
Fucking wet and cold.
What do you do outside of this?
I bartend and I work for the DOD, Department of Defense. Yeah, I do criminal investigations.
The country's in good hands.
Have you got to ride a bike yet?
Yeah, I got to ride a bike. They told me I was the fattest dude he ever had on his bike.
I was just told that your name here isn't Saddam. You got a name change?
Yeah, they call me Brandon.
Yeah! Fuck Joe Biden!
Woo! Bike week!
Titty!
Fucking love it.
I fucking love it.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. Let's go Daytona, let's go Bike Week.
Wonder what it would be like to go on a motorcycle. What's the bikey boy life like? Live fast, ride hard, live to ride, ride to live. Channel 5 school. The Channel 5 school.
Dude, so Daytona is like actually like the trashiest beach in the world. Everyone there is like blacked out and above 50 years old.
Hell yeah, that sounds like a vibe.
And they're obsessed with titties. That's one thing you'll find.
Yeah, I'll be down for that shit.
Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Alright.
Get ready to rev your engine, or at least listen to other people rev their engines, because Bike Week starts back at Daytona Beach today.
Channel 5 school. Bikey boys.
Hey yo, what up? We're right here in Sanford. We're the hometown of Zora Neale Hurston. So far we've seen like 2 bikes. We know where they're going. Daytona. I want to see the bike of my dreams. Oh, and then I want to see the coleslaw wrestling and eat some coleslaw. We're on our way to Daytona to go watch Bike Week.
Oh, okay. Why you got a mask on?
I'm a cold dude.
Oh, so you wear a mask?
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of you, even though we're black together. I'm still scared of you.
That's it, man. We good, man. We all we got.
You don't have a pistol, do you?
I don't.
What's going on, people? I am the one and only Mr. Kirk T. Da Vinci, and the T stands for Taylor, honey. I am the Keeping It Real kid and the iconic House of Da Vinci. We are here in Sanford, Florida, during Mannequins Lounge. Yes.
What can you tell us about Daytona Bike Week?
That is in Daytona, and it involves bikes.
Thank you. Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, so we're in Deltona right now. We're not in Daytona yet, but we're getting some Waffle House. I had to recover after that amazing show. I ordered the Texas bacon cheese stick melt plate. I put some cheese and jalapenos on my hash browns. Never done that before, but It sounded pretty good. And I probably
So
do it when I get
nasally.
home too. You know, man. Yeah, I want to get a bike now. I'm not gonna lie. We out here, we at Daytona Beach. It's bike week. Everybody out here, hey, they putting the gas in the exhaust to make the flames come out.
Hey, when's your birthday?
December.
You're Sagittarius? Yeah! Team Saggy bitches! Why you got a mask on? Mask on!
I'm still worried about COVID.
Ain't nobody been worried about COVID since COVID started here.
We're here, it's Memorial Day weekend in Daytona. Fuck the virus, nigga. Fuck Corona.
I just survived 2 headshots, cuz there's no Corona out here.
These hoes got AIDS, y'all talking about the Corona.
And it's cold.
It ain't cold, nigga, we live in Florida.
What can you tell me about Daytona Bike Week?
It's the best.
What's your favorite thing about it?
What's my favorite thing about it? Seeing niggas
Skyrim music.
ballin'.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause most motherfuckers don't think of motherfucking niggas on bikes. And this hater ass motherfucker right here. No, I don't, but I know you're hating, so it doesn't matter.
What's up, bro?
Anyway.
I'm the owner of this club right now.
Okay.
What are we talking about here, boys?
We're here talking about Bike Week.
Bike week, oh my god, dude. So much ass, so much pussy, so much everything. You got it, dude. You want it, you get it. Razzle's over there, fucking wild.
What's Razzle?
Razzle's college bar.
College bar?
Yeah, dude. Fuck, you want it young, you want it
Tell me
prime.
what you think about Biden. Tell me what you think about
Biden, fuck Biden.
Baltimore, Maryland.
So what brings you over here?
A random Airbnb.
You run an Airbnb?
Nah, fuck no. Fuck that. Yo, hey, yo. I know you.
You know me?
Are you father? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Look at God. Airbnb.
Yo, so we just got to downtown Daytona just in time for the cops to show up and shut it down. But, you know, next time we finna get here with everybody on time. We're gonna hit Razzles. Razzle. Alright, what's up? We in Daytona. It's day 1.5. And it's pretty chill. It's just a bunch of bros bonding over bikes and babes. You know, kind of just like, hey, I like the way you keep your hog clean. And you got some pretty cool handlebars. Can I grip them? So we got into the hotel last night.
Hey, bro.
And we got in at a pretty good price of
Same,
$90.
Nick, same.
We enjoyed our stay here. They got some nice,
Feeling
like,
good.
weird ass beds,
Feeling
like,
right
kinda
in a
like
world
springy
full of wrong, bro.
Type shit. Like it's really like air. It's like it's a metal spring mattress, right? It ain't that comfortable, but I kind of like it. It reminds me of when I was younger.
So fucking loud.
All right, so I guess yesterday we were at downtown. It's more like a tourist area. So right now we're headed towards Crackerberry, and
guess
we're
what, bro?
gonna check it out. It's more of like a
I still
locals
got
only
some
type shit. So you know,
I only
we might
smoked a
get
little bit,
some real
maybe half of that
Daytona,
joint.
some real Daytona shit.
Bro, I feel guilty. I feel guilty for doing this, sitting here smoking this joint. It's crazy. I feel like I got important stuff to be doing. Wild. That's a me problem.
So right here, we in Crackerberry right now. We made it. I got my leather vest on, and right now I'm trying to figure out what patch like really speaks to me. You know, I'm sort of a badass, but do I really want to put that on my vest? I don't know.
Patch app. Patch app?
My bad.
Oh, I think we meant to say Cash App.
Yeah.
The best way to pay for patches.
Is it like a Cash App, like a peer-to-peer money sending service?
It's a lot more than a peer-to-peer money sending service. It's almost like a bank, and it's a great way to invest in stocks and cryptocurrency. And I don't know if you know, but you can actually use code Channel5 for a free $15 for new users.
That's cool. 15, that's a good amount.
Cash App.
Cash App.
Dallas Dan.
What are you gonna do right now?
We ride motorcycles and go-karts around the inside of that silo barrel right there. You can hear them in there warming one up right now. We don't care how smart these kids' phones are. They're not going to experience anything like this on that phone.
So how did you get into it?
What
He's got beef
makes
with phones.
guys do crazy stuff? Number one thing.
Girls?
You got it, buddy. A pretty blonde-haired girl.
That's all good, man. You about to go crazy. Let's go, Dan.
When it's ready, watch him go.
Go, Danny. Things we do for love.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Why do you have a ski mask on?
Why not?
I fucking love it.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Daytona. Let's go Bike Week.
Woo! Bike Week!
The babes are loving me right now.
Oh, so I'm on World Star. I got a video of some chick pulling my titties out when I knock her out, and I'm all, bitch, pull my titties out, I don't give a fuck. We travel the country wrestling, that's what we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we bartend right now and bike wash, but like we're in a different city every night. We're called the Hollywood Knockouts.
Organized violence keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah.
Totally.
I come back from a week-long tour with $1,000 and a pound of weed, and I'm like, bitch, get in the van. Like, you can't do this shit when you're 40.
Fucking living, huh? Oh, wait.
I'm not sure how sanitary that is. I'm not sure how long the coleslaw has been out there. We all know it's a dairy product, and dairy should always be refrigerated. How does the coleslaw feel?
Fucking wet and cold. Smells terrible.
Would you eat some after?
Fuck no.
What do you do outside of this?
I bartend and I work for the DOD, Department of Defense.
Like defense, like for like the city or the country?
The country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do criminal investigations.
The country's in good hands.
I wouldn't say that. I'm kind of a hooligan, clearly.
Do you still look at coleslaw the same?
Fuck no, I ain't never eating that shit again.
What do you do outside of this?
On Saturdays, what do I do? I just moved and I'm building a house.
Oh yeah, you got a microphone.
Yes sir, yes sir. How you doing?
Hey, how we doing this? Hey, I'm Big J. It's my birthday.
Hey!
That's what we do. We go over here, Cabin Bench. We go home, we go doing it all. My buddy's over here, fucking looking like a douchebag. So I'm over here by my goddamn self.
Yeah.
He was the ride or die, but we're going hard, and I'm going hard as fuck.
That's right.
Let's do it, man.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
What do you have to say about Bike Week?
Fucking love it. Come here for 11 years. 11 goddamn years. My birthday weekend. This is my birthday. We go hard as fuck. It got a little bit weird, but I bring it. I bring the weird. Now I'm over here, and we're going to go hard on with the pool. Maybe goes all right.
Are you excited about the wet t-shirt contest?
Oh yeah. That's it. I'm a fucking retard. I love it. Yes. Oh. Looks like a bribe or something.
Fuck Joe Biden! The nipple. If it's not sticking out like that, and it's about like that, that's a good fucking titty! Yeah!
I want some nipples that
fucking cut fucking diamonds, son. Yeah!
Let's see some fucking titties, motherfucker!
All right, big man, jump up there. There you go. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Let's take him out a little bit. Let's just see what you got, big man. Come on around. There you go. There you go. Looking good right there, big man. Keep your balance now, okay? Not too bad. Come on, big man. Yeah. Get it. Right it, big man. Oh, hell yeah. You got him. Stay right there. Don't get on the side of him now. Oh, no, cowboy down over here. Big man that hit the damn dirt.
What did you think? What did you think of my bull riding?
I think it was great last night. I think you done damn good. I've had everybody you think of on this bull. The late Greg Allman, he's been on this bull. Colt Ford, he's been on this bull. Even the damn Honey Boo Boo Bunch, they've been on this bull. And you've been on it too, see?
True.
I do a lot of laughing at this shit.
I like your commentary.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. It ain't nothing but a little bit of bullshit, that's all it is. Just a little bit.
Look at that crazy cigarette.
Hundreds of thousands of people. I've never had nobody say they didn't have a damn good time out there.
Have you ever rode a bull yourself?
One time.
That's
Only
dope,
because
though.
the girl said she want to ride with me and she would get toppers. I thought, yes, we'll do this. We do. And that's the only time I've ever been on it. On vient du Canada. L'eau des folies en mer des parties Sainte-Sivière.
Oh yeah, where are you from?
Quebec, Canada.
Did you ride your bike here?
Yeah. Police, do you have a handcuff? I want to be handcuffed now. Hey, police, do you have a handcuff? I want to be handcuffed now. It's my dream, handcuffed by police.
Can you tell me what kind of bike this is?
This is, it's just a custom bike. It has no brand because everything we made on the bike is all metal. We made everything from scratch. From the frame, to the bag, to the tank, to the seat, to the handlebars, to the exhaust. The only thing was bought on this bike was the engine and the wheels. Everything else we made.
What kind of different bikes are there?
There's touring bikes, Softails, Sportsters, Metric, dirt bikes, sport bikes.
Okay, there's nobody that you think is like a poser?
Of course, like anything else, there always is. Yeah. It's like the CEO. During the week, he's in a suit and tie. On the weekends, he wears his other vest, his headband, his watch, his twin rings, his belt, his boots, his Harley, and then gets on his stock bike. So, yeah, of course. Okay. You know, this is my business trip. Everybody says have fun in Daytona, but this is my business trip. When I was with Home Depot, I go to Georgia and sit in an office, jack off in the AC for 5 days, and hated it. So this is my business trip that I love. So I'm, you know, blessed to have something that I love to do every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Let me know when you're ready.
The Glizzy cigarette combo.
Hey everyone, this is Mark Hall. We're out here at Cackleberry Campground.
It's actually Cackleberry. Excuse the what I was saying earlier. So right now we're headed towards Crackerberry. So right here we in Crackerberry right now. We made it. But I understand why people would call it that.
Crackerberry.
Like I said, we're out here at Cackleberry Campground. I'm Mark Hall, riding and flying productions, riding a motorcycle and flying a drone, because that's what I do. They have a 200-foot slip and slide that you can only go down naked. It's the only way you're allowed to go down it. They do a tractor pull. So they've made a miniature tractor pull, a realistic tractor like they'd use in a professional tractor pull. And whatever girl can pull that the furthest with her G-string wins that case as a beer.
What the fuck?
It's always something going on.
Now you're getting a bottle of baby oil. Okay, once again, do not squirt the ladies in the hair of the face. Okay, if it gets in the eyes, it'll be blurry all day, and that'll suck really bad. Also, no, that's all. Go ahead and play that next song.
Oh!
We got Blue right here, the reigning champion. He beat me out for my spot in the wrestling match, so now I'm here coaching.
You got a mask on! What the fuck?
We got Sarah that's been laying down here fucking great. We got Blue
It looks like he's about to fucking die of hypothermia any minute. Hey, show the ass right now. Look at that ass. Oh, now they're sitting on cock. This motherfucker is where it's at. Oh, wait. Look over here in the corner. Look over here in the corner. What's going on? You got more money in your grill than I got in my pocket.
Daytona Bike Week, baby. What's going on?
Well, right here, I'm gonna wrestle Blue. Hopefully he don't kill him.
How'd it go?
I'll tell you what, it was awesome, but I couldn't take 3 rounds because I had a heart attack. That's how good they was.
What was the best moment?
I come all over my pants. That's my best one.
You what?
I can't say that no more.
All right, baby. We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida at the Cabbage Patch Campground. It's Daytona Bike Week. I just came from the People's Convoy. Freedom!
Putin is doing the right thing.
Took a flight here, got a rental car, and I surprised the homies. What's the craziest thing you've seen so far in this amazing week?
Yeah, I would say the coleslaw wrestling. Wrestling in shredded lettuce, cabbage, and oil.
Have you got to ride a bike yet?
Yeah, I got to ride a bike. They told me I was the fattest dude he ever had on his bike.
I was just told that your name here isn't Saddam. You got a name change?
Yeah, they call me Brandon.
Why do they call you Brandon?
I don't know. I need to feel comfortable saying Saddam.
Is it Let's Go Brandon related?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody told me, he was like, this guy's Black Lives Matter. And he was like, but not over here.
We got the mask man for fucking New York over here. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, but it doesn't matter.
What you guys doing out here?
Just modeling, walking around, being pretty, being pretty villains.
Did you see the new Batman movie?
Not yet. I'm hyping myself up. I heard the hype.
Think it could ever compare to Christopher Nolan's Batman series?
Probably not.
What's your favorite movie in the whole Batman franchise?
I'm gonna go with The Dark Knight.
I think Batman Begins is a little bit underappreciated as well, but Dark Knight's definitely a masterpiece.
It's really good.
So, what are you guys doing?
Just walking around.
What's your dream for like your whole life?
Well, I'm doing dark doom black metal vocals. I would love to be in a band one day.
Can you give us one note?
No, I can't.
I'll try if you try.
Okay.
You did good. What you doing? What you doing?
Anything I want. Here, kitty.
Who's Kitty?
Well, what the hell? What do you think? Catwoman. Peace.
All right, next up we got 40. 30 going once, I'm looking for 40. 40 over here, looking for 50. Who's got
They're
50?
dumping shaving cream all over these babes right now.
There we go. I know it's going once.
How's it going? What you doing?
Just doing it. Gotta get that whipped cream on there.
Like this.
And that's what it's about. What you doing?
Hey, rubbing her, making her feel good.
How does it make you feel?
Having fun. Oh, life is great. Life is great.
What's the best thing about this?
Oh, just see them all have fun, having a good time and relaxing.
Where are you from?
From Wisconsin.
What are you doing out here?
Down here drinking beer and having a good time, spending money. Wacko. Look at this.
Life is crazy.
These guys better not be taping this. Nothing better than Daytona Bike Week at the Cackleberry Campgrounds.
You have any special talents?
Nah.
I think this is gonna get NC-17 pretty soon. Might be a good time to get that Patreon subscription, because it's gonna be like porn. If you want porn, go on the Patreon. If you want to see that guy butt naked, get on Patreon. $5 a month, Cash App.
Fucking Channel 5 out here, baby! Woo! Daytona! Fuck with me!
Are you a bikey boy?
I don't know what the fuck that is, but I love you, dude.
Can you tell us about Daytona Bike Week?
No! I've been arguing with my wife the whole time. I hate my life, but I'm here, and I really don't care at this point, so fuck it, right? There you go.
Fuck it,
baby! Woo!
Are you a bikey boy?
No, I'm not a biker boy.
Okay, just asking, sorry.
No problem. I'm not offended by that.
Are you offended by anything?
Very little.
So I take it you're not a huge fan of surgical masks to protect from COVID-19.
I think COVID is a planned, it was a prepared planned thing.
Who planned it?
Well, who planned it? I don't know. There was more than just one person involved in that's all.
Top 3 offenders in the COVID-19 scamdemic plot.
I'm not getting into that.
New product.
What does the Kool-Aid Man have to do with it?
That's Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, like the rapper from G-Unit?
No, Jim Jones, like the preacher from the 70s.
He was a pretty renowned
this
anti-racist
troll
activist
test.
before he went dark.
I didn't know all about that. All I know is he was known for taking all his people down
Fuck the
to
sugar
somewhere in
test.
Central or South America. And then when the CIA was coming into raid his camp,
Yeah.
he made everybody drink cyanide-laced
Blue
Kool-Aid.
Dragons!
It's almost like he lied to them and like
Forecast
some of
time!
them died or like
Hell yeah, I've been looking for a forecast task.
Thank you very much.
Man, how you feeling?
I agree.
With what?
COVID sucks.
Do you agree with coexist?
I don't know about the coexist. We all need to coexist. Look, man, we're always going to have to figure out how to coexist. I think that that powers that be don't want us to coexist. They want to create the divide.
Are you libertarian?
Do I agree with libertarian principles? Yes, I do.
Live streamer boys. Hey!
Shit, man, big fan, bro. Yo, we're doing Florida crazy right now, actually.
What's Florida crazy?
Honestly, it was inspired by you guys, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
Honestly,
for sure. You only ever hear about the Florida man after the fact. You know what I mean?
What's the crazy shit you've heard this weekend at Daytona?
I shoved dollar bills up in a stripper's pussy, bro. Money in a vagina.
I feel like I wasn't a man until today, bro. Look, I got spit crawling down my face right now, bro. Just thinking about it, my face is wet, bro. I fell in love tonight, man. I have a girlfriend. Yeah, I'm in love with her, too.
Do you think she might be kind of mad when she sees this?
Possibly, but you know what? She understand, bro. It's for the bag, bro. TikTok, Instagram, that's what it is. Love isn't a simple thing, dude. You can love several people as a man.
What do you think about polygamy?
If I can fuck bitches, yes. But if she wants other dicks, no.
I don't know. I just came back from taking a piss, so I kind of missed the whole interview. Yup.
One sip.
Oh, we're doing great tonight, man. We're out here in Daytona. I just played over here at the patio. I DJ, make music. It's a lot of fun.
What kind of music do you make?
EDM music, but like deep, weird shit. It's a lot of fun. It's a really
And my
crazy
torture
journey.
on.
It is. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your favorite song you've ever made?
We're in the progress right now. I'm making this one. It's gonna be out in July. We're naming it Roots. Roots.
Like after the Alex Haley book?
No, more after like you got to move and groove into this one. Yes, 1, 2, jam man, Jamaica rocket there, boom boom pow.
So
More like that.
It's sort of like a homage to your Jamaican roots.
Yes, yes. My grandfather's Jamaican.
Really?
Yeah.
What part of Jamaica is your grandfather from?
Holy fuck! I can't hold it because of the hostage situation.
Would you ever go to Nigeria?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I heard Nigeria is a beautiful country.
What's up, bro?
Are you from Nigeria?
Yeah.
How is it there?
It's wonderful. Ask me anything.
What's the main language of Nigeria?
The main language?
Yeah.
It's English.
I've heard different.
What you heard?
I heard that they speak other languages there.
No, yeah, they speak other languages, but English is the main one. Yoruba, Igbo.
That's what I've
Hausa.
heard. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard. Do you know any?
Nah.
No? He's not a real Nigerian. You guys are lying to me.
Can you speak Jamaican?
No, but I didn't say I was from Jamaica.
You said you had Jamaican
He's
roots.
lying. Where's the suit? Where's the suit?
Cringe.
What are your thoughts about Putin?
What are your thoughts about putting some nuts in your mouth?
Oh, dude. Dirtona, dog. Come on.
What do those noises mean?
Skrrt, and then bop bop, like a drive-by, you know? So it's like skrrt, bop bop, skeet, bonk, bop.
That's fucking killing me now. I wanted to go do Vorkath, but Landon convinced me to sell my Dragon Hunter crossbow the other day. And now obviously I can't equip the Dragon Hunter lance to go do it with melee because I don't have hostage training, so I would have to go do Taiboa and then do the barbarian smithing pieces. Oh, what's up? What's up, Queen Serene? How are things? I might just go do the Taiboa quest right now. I will tell the clan you said hello. I don't want to go do the fucking quest though. There. There's a lot of requirements to get this fucking quest done. I'd rather not go do it, but I'm gonna go do it. No enemies. My whip is missing too. I kind of hate questing, but this is like a necessary evil right now. So I want to do melee forecast, and we can't do that without the fucking hostage training, etc., etc. I'll be right back though. I need to get a drink. Hey. Alright, I'm back. My bad, I hadn't gotten up in an hour and a half. Ugh. Grab my bag though. I love those logout timers. You stay on forever.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today got one of the illest content creators in the game on the show, Andrew Callahan.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
How you doing, man? This is epic.
Yeah. You guys have oat milk here too, so it's good.
We do.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Although I do like oat milk. When I go get like an oat milk latte at Alfred's,
What's
you ever
that?
go there?
No, what's that?
It's like a really trendy coffee spot that they have in like a couple different locations around LA, and I guess like the Jenners are all about it.
Yeah, I go to Blue Bottle, you know.
That one's good too.
Yeah, it's a good chain.
Just expressing your YouTube wealth through your caffeine choices.
Yeah, it's the reveal.
I mean, people out there don't even know that there are like $9 coffees or anything.
They're better when they cost more.
Yeah, doesn't it kind of feel like that?
Yeah, it's stronger, tastier. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, they're better.
What kind of caffeine are you consuming at this point in your life?
Cold brew.
3 cold brews a day.
Just one.
That's self-love.
Absolutely.
That's you letting the world know, like, I'm not just some regular ass Starbucks drinker.
Oh shit.
Which I am in situation.
Is that a grande?
Yeah, it would appear to be.
I actually grew up a few blocks away from the original Starbucks in Seattle.
I have ridden my bike by that
Yeah.
Starbucks and had someone point out that is the original Starbucks.
Yeah, it's a sight to see.
It's like the thing in Seattle, huh?
Yeah, one of the things.
Well, there it is.
Got the Space Needle, Ferris wheel, and we got Starbucks.
But do you think people kind of look at it as a bad place in a way because it sort of it signaled the death of the local coffee shop to an extent, right?
Absolutely, it's a symbol of a corporate takeover.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Also, the line is horrendous. So if you want to get a cup of coffee, they also don't even have drip coffee there.
They don't.
They think they're better than us. There's Americanos and London Fog and whatnot.
You see somebody just trotting around with a Bang Energy.
Yeah.
That's like, let's get them on camera.
It's like a weed trimmer thing.
Yeah. You can just see the green build up on their fingers.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right, let me ask you a question that I was thinking would be an interesting question to throw out there. What do you think we could cover in this interview that maybe you haven't done in the past or that you think would be kind of unique? You're the one, you've done plenty of interviews. You know what is the well treaded upon ground, right?
That's a good question. I guess like there's a lot of rappers on the podcast, right? I used to rap in high school and middle school.
Yeah, saw Sean Evans kind of
Yeah,
Nardwar you with that.
I've been Nardwarred quite a few times. Quite a few times.
Because you're kind of new to the limelight, so there's still stuff to Nardwar you with.
Certainly so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you think that's probably the thing that you want to zero in on here is the rap
Whatever
career?
you want to ask about, man. We're an open book for sure.
I like. Let me just tell you, the main thing that I get from Channel 5 that I love about it is, I think it really teaches you to appreciate the nuance of how fucking weird your current existence is. Like I was just pointing out that there's a time in my life where I was absolutely feeling like I was never going to go to an Agenda or a Complex Con ever again. Through watching your coverage of Complex Con, it kind of made me feel like, okay, this is a better template for how to go about going to that sort of thing.
Yeah, especially if you think about all the other interviewers that go to like rap events like that.
Right.
They're just like, what's your body count? What shoes are you wearing? Like, let me put a diamond tester on your chains.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's a different media market there. But that's what we like that shit, like going between different media like landscapes and like little bubbles of like coverage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it occurs to me, I was just thinking about this, is that when I was a kid, I had a phase of maybe 6 months where there was these like role player guys at the park in my town.
Yeah.
And they were LARPing. They were hitting each other with like swords made of like foam and duct tape and whatnot, and speaking in like fake medieval accents and that kind of thing. And I got into it. Like me and my friends would actually just go there and we would like listen to Korn and, you know, fight each other with these swords and keep track of our damage or whatever. I'm not sure how deep. We were like 12.
Yeah.
And I did that for like 6 months. And when I think about that now, I'm like, you know, I thought that was cool. And then I spent the whole rest of my teen years thinking it was so lame that I didn't want anyone to find out that I had done it. And now I'm a grown man and I look at that as like the coolest thing ever.
Super. And also, like, dude, the fact that you grew up in a pre-cell phone time just goes to show that you were able to do that and walk away from it as a memory. Nowadays, you know, if you were to LARP in a public park in any major city in America, you'd be like on the front page of TikTok. Because if I saw people sword fighting, yelling like phrases from Magic the Gathering on my daily commute, I would stop the car, you know, and just record it. Maybe not to post online, but just to remember.
But I have seen it in recent years. Like I was riding bikes at UC Irvine.
God, that coffee's so
good. I saw
good.
a bunch of fucking college students doing it. I couldn't believe it. This is still real.
Did you wear a costume?
I don't know that I did, although I think I might have gone to the craft store and got some like fake fur and sort of like made like a little pelt to wear.
What were some of the phrases you would yell during this LARP experience?
Well, I don't know if there were like phrases so much, or like I don't know if I really got into like the voice aspect of it, but I remember realizing at a certain point, because there was like this one really obese woman who had clearly gravitated towards the social community because of the fact that probably nobody else would have had her, and like she was a really, you know, I'm just like trying to be careful about what I say here, but she was almost like a corpse of a human, and I just started to realize, because the people would have bow and arrows, and then they would have like foam padding on the end of the arrow, and people, like my friends included, would just like kind of shoot her with the arrows from time to time, and she would just like look around and try to figure out who it was, and it was.
Why did you shoot her?
she just looked like something that you might want to hit with an arrow at that time. Again, it had foam on the end. It's not like it was piercing her skin or anything.
At what age were you doing this?
12.
Was there a stopping point?
Yeah, probably like 13.
So a solid year.
I mean, don't you feel like your hobbies tend to shift a bit once you start to be cognizant of the fact that at some point you're going to want to have sex?
Yeah, or start to smoke weed.
I used to be on the golf team.
Yeah.
In my high school.
How did you think that was going to work out for you with women?
I don't think it
Actually,
helped. I think that's probably why I stopped.
Really?
Maybe.
Make more sense.
I mean, I
to
played
go this
baseball
way.
too, but the moment I smoked weed, I pretty much all of my baseball aspirations kind of flew out the window.
Really?
You can't smoke weed every day and play sports.
Oh, I know.
Especially if you're 13, because you get high in a way that you'll never be high again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best.
But did you get so high that you thought the teamwork was bad after that?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Like, this is stupid. This is just not a good use of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I think if I were to be more honest with myself, I would probably admit that smoking weed and like getting in really good shape are just not going to continue to occur at the same time in my life.
Absolutely.
Weed just makes you enjoy life too much.
Yeah.
It makes you.
That's what's going on.
Like you have to go the extra mile.
That's what's
How
going
much weed are you
on.
smoking now?
I stopped smoking weed when I was like 20.
Okay.
I started when I was like 12 and probably smoked weed like mostly every day up until like my late teens. But you know, I got kind of fried from like psychedelics when I was super young. So it just got to the point where I was just getting like a bunch of flashbacks when I would smoke. So I just stopped. But it's kind of funny, like to see, you ever have friends who have like a late blooming drug phase in their life?
Yeah.
Like all of my friends who started smoking in college, like 18, 19, are now just like the biggest stoners ever. Haven't really done much with themselves. But I'm happy I got it out of my system when I was in high school.
Why are we doing that many hallucinogens?
I'm just from Seattle. It's like kind of the culture there.
It was just introduced to you super young.
Yeah, it's also like a pretty pro psychedelic culture community.
Right.
So is the Bay where Nick is from. So like, you know, it wasn't like, you know, like shrooms is all we wanted to do.
Your parents never figured out you were doing this?
I bought a book about like mycology. I think it was called like it was a giant picture book about mushroom types, and I was like going out to forage after school.
Kind of a giveaway.
I tried to convince my mom for a couple weeks that I was into like, you know, mushrooms for medicinal purposes and like to make food. And then she picked up on the fact that once I had the tapestry in my room, I think at that point she was like, okay, this kid's eating them.
But you couldn't convince her that like you were just into the aesthetics of it, like.
I tried as hard as I could. Yeah, but once I got the Spirit Molecule book about DMT and Arrowhead.org, as I'd be on there every day, composing and reading trip reports.
If you had a kid, how would you feel if they were 12 and doing mushrooms and smoking blunts all day?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, me too.
But I know that like I can't stop them, so I would just like allow them to, you know, go through that phase in their life.
Nah, but I think as a parent, you gotta like try to jump in between the speeding freight train and the child.
I just don't know how you could possibly control a kid like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna control them in any way, I feel like keeping them off mushrooms is probably like the least you can ask for.
Yeah, off mushrooms for sure. But I think, you know, if they smoke weed at 13, you know, it's fine. If they do dabs, that no way.
Yeah, but okay, this is the thing about becoming a parent is that you're so used to going through your life of like, you know, if you see a guy and he's gonna jump off a fucking building,
yeah,
you're like, well, I don't want to see this dude die, but if you want to jump off the building, go the fuck ahead. Like this is your life, really.
Yeah, that's what you'd say if you saw a guy on the edge of a building.
Personally,
like,
yeah. If you want to kill yourself, I mean, shit, go for it, man. I'm gonna look away. But once you have a kid, it's like they're trying to kill themselves all the time, and you're literally just like sworn to try to stop them. That's your whole purpose.
Yeah, I think my parents like stayed out of the way because they kind of knew that like the more they pushed back against me doing certain like rebellious shit, the more I would like take it a step further. So I got it out of my system, and now I don't do any rebellious shit.
Right. But if I had asked you during those years what you wanted to do with yourself, because you're kind of like young enough that you had the internet from the very beginning, and maybe we're kind of starting to formulate ideas of making content.
Yeah. I wanted to be a legendary rapper with a complete wardrobe of Burberry and Big Horse polos.
Okay, but how long did this dream last for? I thought that this was more of a joke, not a super...
I was an intensely...
okay.
Basically an egomaniac.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was so high and spent so much time in the studio that age 16, I thought that I was going to be the next... I don't know what I thought I was going to be.
Jack Harlow?
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
I don't know at the time. But I don't know, that was just me like under the influence of a lot of different shit.
Right.
Yeah, and not even drugs, just music. Like I was hypnotized.
Because you listen to enough rap and you start to believe that you have to believe in yourself blindly.
Yeah.
You have to believe you're the greatest.
If you're 16 and you grew up in like an inner city and you smoke weed every day, drink every day, and you listen to Chief Keef for like 15 of the hours that you're awake every day
Right.
for a long period of time, and you wear designer, you're gonna become an alien.
But you didn't. You weren't attracted to the street stuff that Chief Keef was talking about.
No, I don't think so.
You weren't trying to like go get a gun.
No, definitely not.
Right. Well, that's probably good.
Yeah. What about you, Nick?
I don't think I ever wanted to be a rapper.
Did you listen to rap in high school?
Yeah, I listened to Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, that's probably a better
I actually
vibe.
I wore Converse and reading glasses. So
Okay,
I could
cool.
look like him.
To me, Wiz Khalifa will always go down in my mind as the first rapper that a hipster girl told me about.
Wow.
Like, I didn't know about him. I thought that I knew everything that was going on rap-wise,
Yeah.
but I'm paying attention to like XXL and The Source, and I hadn't seen him in there yet.
Yeah. How
And
old
then,
were you?
Like 21, 22, when he was first coming out, and there was just this like white, hipster type chick I was kicking it with, and she was listening to him. I'm like, who's this? And she said Wiz Khalifa, and I realized that some of the blogs that I was looking at had posted about him.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, okay, rap is changing.
Yeah. I just heard Black and Yellow and just loved it.
Just took
Right.
over your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Everyone
me,
Black
that
and
lane
Yellow.
was like Atmosphere and Aesop Rock and like MF Doom and like LP.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. That's like the shit that girls and my dad's friends were interested in.
Girls?
Yeah.
There was a big MF Doom girl contingent in your school?
Yeah, dude. Like you smoke weed that young, you get into lyrical hip hop.
That makes your school cooler than my school. 'Cause-
I went to an alternative high school called Northwest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we called our teachers by their first names. We had mixed gender bathrooms.
Really?
The different classrooms were named after like working class heroes like Cesar Chavez and whatnot.
So basically, you were groomed to be a champion of civil rights
Yes, basically my whole life.
and a rapper.
Yeah, a little mix of both. We're gonna infuse some shit. Make trap music about social justice.
Were you embattled with your white identity being mixed into this whole rap persona? Like,
Yeah, probably as time went on. Yeah.
Yeah, as time went on.
As time went on, and I moved to New Orleans for college. I was like, uh-oh.
yeah. Oh yeah, New Orleans will definitely give you a different taste of America for
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, I'm not that tough.
No, but that is the burden that every white man has to carry, is that nobody wants to hear you rap.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, but then like there's been a handful that have broken through, but it's like it's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
rare. Like the appetite is just not really there for it. It would seem.
Have you seen the Seattle rapper Lil Cito?
Yeah, this new guy. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get him on here.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's just like.
Well, they said he's the white little baby.
Wow. Really? Who said that?
I mean, like his label or something. I think
His
that's
label
like.
said that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen some press releases going around.
Yeah, that's how we describe Nick.
But realize.
White little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. No, but realize that this is one of the problems that I face is that at a time early in No Jumper or even before that or whatever, for me as a fan, I felt like I was just discovering shit that was just popping up online.
Yeah.
And then you get to this point where there's new stuff going on. There's people want to talk about, oh, there's this new rapper, there's this new 16-year-old kid, he's dope or whatever. It seems almost more likely that it's something that's being pushed by a label, even if it's well disguised,
Yeah.
than that this is a genuinely holistic thing occurring, you know?
Who do you think is the worst rapper of all time?
I heard you asking Andrew Fantana who's 3 current worst rappers are.
Let's do that one.
I don't know.
You can't say.
I just don't really feel like there's a lot for me to gain from shitting on people's careers.
Okay, best right now.
The best. I think the best. I kind of feel like rap is in a position where when I think about the rappers I would most want to hear rap right now, it's a lot of like the number one guys. Lil Baby, Dirk, Youngboy. I know that this is kind of like what an average 18-year-old kid in the suburbs might also tell you would be like the best, but I kind of feel like rap is a meritocracy. We
Yeah.
can talk about that. I don't know if you think that that's kind of out of line, but
Do you think drill music is bad for society?
yeah, definitely.
How come?
Because people are in gangs killing each other and making songs about it and making it sound super cool. And even me as like a 30-year-old fucking white man, I listen to it and I think that it sounds kind of cool, and I struggle with that. But definitely I think it's probably, as much as I like listen to it, it's probably got to be a net negative for society, right?
Yeah.
Just the romanticization of violence in general.
Do you think you help make it look cool?
I don't know. I feel like when they're on a beat with a fucking 808 going crazy and they're able to like rhyme and make less sense, that probably is like when it sounds coolest. Because they don't really talk about that in interviews, right? I mean, most of like all the Chicago like gang members or whatever, it's like the amount of like street shit you're gonna be able to get them to talk about in an interview is pretty minimal in comparison to the stuff that they're essentially saying in their songs.
Yeah. Just seems like a lot of like gang members do come on this podcast, right?
No, yeah, definitely. But I just like, okay, there's different ways of being a gang member in your music, right? Like
Yeah.
when you look at LA, that's one thing we always point out is that, you know, Chicago, it's so the norm to talk about the intricacies of who you got beef with.
This is interesting now that we watched, actually, I don't know where I watched it. I don't know if I watched it live on here, but Andrew Callahan from Channel 5 actually was bringing up the whole Adam 22 shit. Like how, so it's interesting, this is before that, but he went on here and you could tell that these guys had like a plan to like ambush him about all the gang shit that goes on No Jumper. It's interesting to see. Andrew questions Adam about gang members coming on No Jumper. I wonder. That's only 16 minutes in, so.
In LA, they just very small percentage of artists out here do it.
Yeah, it just must be crazy because like you talk to so many people who like have died recently. Like you're like the last person to interview FBG Cash.
Right there. His name's on the wall.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I just kind of wonder like if you ever feel like with this podcast, like if you like platform certain people, like if that in turn informs like a lot of the civilian public about like stuff that they maybe shouldn't know about, you know?
True.
But I mean, if you were to go through that Cash interview, like what could you really point at that you'd be like, look at this crazy shit that he said about somebody else? It's like very little. But then when you listen to his songs,
Yeah.
it's all out there.
I
It's
guess that's kind of the conflict of like interviewing people in that position, right?
Yeah.
Because like they're not going to want to talk about it in an interview.
Exactly.
But the music is all about it.
Which is this kind of like funny contradiction that you can put it out there in song, but then you can't talk about it in an interview, even though I would assume that like legally it's probably going to be treated exactly the same.
Yeah, it's a strange thing because then you got to avoid that like whole snitch thing, like criticism of doing
Well,
an interview.
but the whole thing with like lyrics is like lyrics are art. Like lyrics shouldn't be used in court or whatever. That's a relatively easy argument to make, I would say. But like interview's art. Like you shouldn't be able to use an interview in court. Like that doesn't sound like that argument's going anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. You still talk to C-Mac at all?
Yeah, we talked to him the other day.
Yeah, I talked to him too. He called us from jail. We put some money on his books today, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. It's such a fucking pain in the ass every time I gotta figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
How much you send him?
Like $150.
It's funny because one time he put us on group text and he was just like asking for like shout outs kind of like over and over like, and I realized I'm like, oh, so he does this to Andrew too, like because he has a new Instagram every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Do you see his OnlyFans?
No.
I did.
You hit me up right away.
Yeah, instantly. Did you watch this? It was like, the first video is him like
Wait, they want me to have
eating
two
ass
of
for
these?
like 20 minutes.
But just a random woman, not Lupe.
I thought it was Lupe.
Yeah.
Until you clarified that it wasn't.
Because I hit him up and then he was like, oh, that's not her.
Yeah, I don't think Lupe would do it. They're like brother and sister.
No, super weird. But I feel like he likes toying with that idea. He wants people to think that might be what's happening.
Yeah, it's a good thing to get people to subscribe to it.
Yeah. So okay, what makes? How did you describe Crip Mac and like what made you think like this is? You know, there's a lot of crazy ass rappers out there, a lot of crazy gang members, whatever. Why did you decide this was the guy that was worthy of the Channel 5 treatment?
Well, I just thought that he was like a great like person to interview. I think the 5 on the face, Channel 5. I don't know. I just thought he was like an interesting character because and if you watch our interview with him, like we purposely strayed away from discussing any type of like gang politics, and that's probably the last interview of that kind we will do.
Really?
Yeah, just because I feel that like, for example, right, when you cover a subject that relates to like anything about gang culture, you're basically making a bunch of people aware of it who shouldn't be because it's a sad thing, and there's not that many people that are actively involved like in violence. And it's kind of what DJ Academics did with War in Chirac, where he basically turns a sad situation into like a true crime spectacle for millions of people to mythologize and look in from the outside. And before you know it, that in turn amplifies conflict in the streets because it just creates
Instagram
a YouTube
and shit.
algorithm.
This is wild. This is true. I have literally had the same thought recently when I'm like going through the comments on stuff on Instagram and like lives and shit like that. There's people that do whole series, like crazy series about gang culture and whatnot, and like trap Trap Ross or Trap Lord Ross or something. Just crazy the stuff that I learned about gang politics through fucking YouTube. But I'm from like a small town in northern New York. Like the stuff I know about California gang politics through fucking YouTube. It's interesting.
To like explaining these beefs that are sad and people shouldn't know about. So I felt that I'm happy that we did the interview with him, but that's why we took him to the Slipknot concert. And that's why we went to Skid Row. Is like we didn't want to ask him like, how do you feel about your enemies?
Right,
What would you do if you saw them? And it's just, I don't know. It's a tough one.
That was the thing, the biggest rule we ever put on him, or the main thing. Because, like, okay, the first interview, we didn't tell him, don't talk about your enemies or whatever, which is extra prickly for us because we have people who are, like, directly involved with the brand who technically are part of, you know, street shit that he's opposed to, whatever. And so the first interview after he got done, he says to his manager, I think it was ODM Slim at the time, he says, "You like that? I didn't diss my enemies." So I was like, okay, that's interesting. He wanted to make a point out of it. This is his first interview. He wants to make a point out of not dissing his enemies or whatever. But then as time goes by, I'm sure you noticed this. Every time you're around Kurt Mac, you would kind of get like a different version of him.
Yeah.
Where he might be like really happy and jovial. And then I've also dealt with like the super like down in the dumps, kind of like low energy Kurt Mac. I'm sure the fans see it at home too. But yeah, we definitely did like one episode where he was dissing other hoods and stuff.
Yeah, I just mean the general public is obsessed with gangs. Like the YouTube population is obsessed with knowing all this information about different rivalries and stuff. And like I said, creating a true crime thing for them to follow. And so I didn't feel like I wanted to like encourage or promote or grow that sort of online following. Because if you look at what happened in Chicago, I mean, just it was such a internet shitstorm. Like me in Seattle, just being a kid listening to this music, before you know I knew it, I was in a 6-hour YouTube hole, learning all this information about like the war in Chirac. Different, I know all of these. I don't even want to say them. I know so many different like.
It's interesting why he's bringing this up. I felt the same way.
These are people that I have never met and would have never known about if it wasn't for like the music journalism true crime thing that emerged from like the music that blew up. So I felt like I had a responsibility to do that and then kind of step away from it. I know this platform's a bit different. Yeah. But you know, it's a sad thing. And like if you think about why some of these gangs started, it is because of shit like segregation and redlining, and I feel like it validates a thing that is sad when you put someone in a gang on a platform and you make it seem like they're really doing something. You know, like this is important. Like it validates like a negative, destructive way of life because you're like, oh, yep, like you are this. Like you can get a big platform by coming on my show and talking about that. Yeah.
But it's like,
it's while he's educating,
you know, as a content creator, you kind of have to
what do you
follow the
think?
incentives to a certain extent. And it's like when the people tell you that they want to hear about something, you know, it's like, because I've done many interviews in my day with people that I thought were doing something dope artistically or whatever, and it just goes nowhere because they have no, you know, there's nothing to really hang your hat on. There's nothing like really interesting bringing people into it. Then you could interview that same rapper 2 years later when there's some kind of conflict that happens, something people genuinely want to hear about, and people are all over it. You know, it's like, it's tough to get away from the fact that the fans just want what they want.
Have you ever turned down an interview because you like thought it was unethical or something?
Yeah, definitely probably a lot of interviews I've turned down in terms of like, you know, not wanting to bring attention to certain things or, you know, just platforming people in general. I mean, I know you guys kind of deal with that as well, where it's like who you talk to or who you don't talk to is just really saying a lot about what you think your company stands for, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you about it because, you know, we deal with the same thing.
Definitely. Well, it brings me to a quote that I wanted to bring up that I always think about, which is the medium is the message. Like, how does the platform that you're uploading content to or putting content on, how does that change the content itself? Like, I was listening to a podcast the other day that was talking about how Abraham Lincoln as a president probably could not have existed in the TV age. He's like sad, tall, weird, super serious, just like a very like not made for TV type of figure. But then TV comes around and who you get? You get John F. Kennedy. You get like a polished fucking
handsome
celebrity. Yeah. Who a lot of people didn't really agree with on politics, but they liked him.
Yeah.
They wanted to see this guy on TV. They was the type of guy that they would like to hang out with. And so, you know, now you have something as serious as the presidency essentially being, you know, I don't think anybody thinks Donald Trump would have won if not for his prior celebrity. But then on YouTube, it's kind of like the same thing where you see it in more extreme forms when you look at some of the kid YouTubers and stuff who are just doing the weirdest shit imaginable. I don't know if you're familiar with J Station.
No, I'm not. What's that?
I mean, he was just like a YouTuber who started to get those kid views. And so then all of a sudden he starts doing like 4 a.m. haunted bear attacks me in my sleep video. And he would have like a little like toy bear. And then all of a sudden he's doing like an exorcism of the bear. And when I watch this, it is like I'm watching something from another fucking planet because it's so far removed from anything that I could ever imagine wanting to view at all. But I guess like to kids, like they genuinely think it's scary. And then he's doing shit with like the Sesame Street characters and all these fucking things that they know about. I think he ended up getting banned or whatever off YouTube, but it was like really creepy. And this is just like someone who was 100% following what the algorithm was telling him to do. I got into him because he was doing like where he was like right after X died or right after Mac Miller died, I think it was. He was like communicating with them with a Ouija board through, you know, pretending to be having conversations with them. So I'm like literally like my homie just died. The next day this video's on YouTube with 4 million views. Yeah. And I'm just like genuinely like offended, but also like
it's pretty whack.
This is pretty much what this platform has done to our society, I guess.
Yeah, kid YouTube is crazy. Like my cousin's like 6 years old, and she was like, "Are you gonna do a video with Mr. Beast?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" Because YouTube like censors us so heavy, and they are not into like the language and shit. But if you can start making videos for kids and parents can approve it, you're on your way to like a billion YouTube dollars. Yeah. But that's the war that we fight. I mean, every single video that we make gets age restricted, demonetized.
Every single one?
I would say we've probably made like $2,000 off YouTube.
Oh my god! Wow, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, the only video that we ever had that wasn't demonetized was like, what was that one?
No idea.
Evan, do you know? Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah.
Because it was such a jovial, like kid-friendly topic. But if we do a video called like Hollywood Anti-Vax Rally, there's just no way that YouTube's gonna let us make a cent off of it. That's why we use Patreon. It's the only way we can support our whole grind.
That's wild.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's
this
crazy.
is a Patreon-powered operation.
Yeah, we got a little bit of that going on too, but definitely we make good money off YouTube. Sometimes I feel like I should really thank my blessings for that because like my boy Dope is Yola, he told me that he did the calculations throughout his career on YouTube. He should have made $3 million, but he's actually made like $1,000 because he smokes weed, and that's like him making mostly weed-related content is the whole reason.
Yeah, that's as big as KidNet. You know what I mean? Also, you had the Hoff twins on. Shout out to my guy Nick. He made that documentary.
That was incredible.
Yeah, you liked it?
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, those are just like two dudes who are like, you know, anyone who spent time in hoods of America knows some guys that maybe are not as charismatic as them, but embody some of that energy. Like those random white guys that are just accepted because they're just a little too fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And just to see them like put on that stage was honestly kind of incredible.
Did you like having them on?
Yeah, they could use some help with the actual art of podcasting. There was a lot of talking over each other, which I almost didn't mind because they're kind of like just sort of talking in circles to such an extent that you can kind of listen to two of them at the same time, and it's almost like one guy.
Yeah, it's like a surreal peanut gallery type of thing.
Yeah, because they're just like repeating themselves about a lot of things.
They have the same voice, and they're kind of building on each other's previous sentences. But it's actually quite coherent. But for the average viewer, they have to pick one.
There's actually a twin convention in Ohio 2 weeks from now.
And you're going to go with them?
I want to bring them there,
That's the plan, yeah.
Oh, my God.
We've been having a weird couple weeks. We went to an Ernest Hemingway lookalike competition last weekend.
Wow.
Before then, we went to a Stampede in Canada. It's been quite the time.
Wow, that's amazing. I just want to say that my mom recently revealed to me that she got, I think, first place in a Shirley Temple lookalike contest when she was like 5.
I thought that was just a drink.
No, it was a celebrity that was named
being.
after. Yeah, apparently. I'm not terribly sure what she looked like, but damn. Yeah, okay, but so because when you think about the Crib Night thing, I feel like with you guys, the brand of Channel 5 is more about dipping into a lot of different subcultures and revealing the intricacies of weird things going on in America or beyond. So that's like with the Crib Mac thing, I kind of felt like, that was like the most extreme, most funny version of that you're ever going to find. You might as well just do that coverage and then just keep it moving and find something else interesting, right?
Yeah, because we have to cover, a bunch of different subcultures at one time. We wanted to find someone who we felt embodied, like, at least that subculture in the media sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And he brought the fun and the life to that kind of thing too, which a lot of people it's just not. Like he was just having too much fun.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love him too.
Yeah.
I
He's
had
a
him,
complicated guy to be around though.
I had him give a shout out to my mom for her 55th birthday. And he gave a really sweet message.
Right.
I think he said to sit back and enjoy a nice soap opera.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he thinks Nick's mom
A
wants.
Yeah.
soap opera. Wait, but a lot of people think you really like got your ass beat by him, huh?
So annoying.
Yeah, well, I kind of edited it to make it look that way.
Crip Mac punched Nick's camera, a Z90 documentary camera, because Nick didn't back down and he swung his hand with the camera toward Crip Mac. Crip Mac intercepted the camera, smashed it, and then that was the end of the shot. But we made some merch that says no custers, where there's a picture of Nick getting punched in the face by Crip Mac.
True.
So now whenever we travel, people see me and they say, yo, where's the guy who got his ass beat by Crip Mac?
And so real quick, that shirt, a member of my girl's family, who I would say is not like a super hardcore hip hop fan, maybe a bit closer to the normie side of things, I saw him wearing that shirt at a family function, and that's when I really knew that you guys had helped take Crip Mac to the next level.
Yeah.
We were in Hungary, and there were an entire bar full of people saw me, and they were like, "You're the guy that got punched in the face."
Yeah, it was a Marxist bar in Hungary where there's like statues and photos of communist heroes everywhere, and they're like, "You're the guy who got beat up by Crip Mac."
Yeah, yeah.
And
Also,
at that point, we realized we had maybe,
insane.
Yeah, in the elevator in Dubai on the layover, also.
Yes, he looked at
Random
you and
guy.
said friendly fade or something.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we can clear the air.
Said friendly fade.
Yeah, I'm glad we can finally clear the air. Nick was not struck even one time.
Didn't get beat up.
Right.
Definitely didn't get beat up.
When you see that like 3 million views or whatever that video is at, you really don't know who the fuck is watching it.
Every human being.
I've been in a lot of YouTube videos, I'm gonna be honest with you, that got 1 million views, and I never had anybody say anything to me ever.
Who were the
from
Sons?
other YouTubers, do some collab with them, whatever. And it gets 1 million views. I never hear a word about it. And then sometimes I'll be on somebody's channel, and it's like everything that anyone says to me for months.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Back to what I was saying though, and like, I don't mean this in like a confrontational way. I'm just actually wondering, like, do you feel any responsibility for like inflaming like gang beef by having so many gang members use this platform to promote themselves?
No, because I feel like this is a hip hop platform that long ago has kind of been clear to me that that's more or less the gist of what we're doing, And it's like when we have brought in, like, there was a long time where I didn't do any street shit, in the beginning it was mostly like SoundCloud type stuff and more like avant-garde, internet shit. And then, over time we bring AD and T-Rel and all these people in, and they're bringing more LA artists on and stuff. And, we do end up, we've gone more in that direction. And like a lot of, like, it's also the direction rap's gone in.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, if anything, we have that conversation of like, do you see rap getting past the street stuff being the vast majority of hip hop at any point? And it's weird to me that people seem like they've kind of shut the door on that in their mind. I'm used to seeing hip hop be so cyclical over the years that to me it's kind of, I can imagine rap being less focused on that at some point. But it's like, if we're gonna accurately cover hip hop, that is a very large percentage of like, relevant hip hop music is gang related. When you look at like pretty much every scene that's coming up in America, whether it's like Chicago or Brooklyn or the Bronx, or even like a lot of the stuff that's really popping out of Atlanta and stuff, it's pretty like unavoidable to be able to hit on people who are doing street stuff. Even if you don't know, you end up finding later that they're like the situation with YFN Lucci and YSL. Like when I interviewed YFN Lucci, I had no fucking clue that his shit was like that,
Yeah.
It feels like you kind of have to, because there's so little in rap that doesn't also touch on street shit.
Do you feel like that the shift in that direction had to do with sort of the death of the SoundCloud era?
Well, I think when you look at SoundCloud rap, it was basically a lot of, and not 100%, because there's like a lot of different stuff that fell under the SoundCloud umbrella or whatever. But if you look at like Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, to a lot of people, that's kind of like, that was SoundCloud rap. They're talking about crazy ass, shoot 'em up, bang bang, street shit, and drug shit. And the drug shit was for sure real, but the violent stuff, you know, it's more performative, I would estimate, for the most part. And then like right after them, you kind of see them get sort of like replaced by dudes like, you know, Youngboy or Dirk and all these guys who realistically, they've all got cases. They've all fucking, you know, it's out there that they're probably more in the streets than a lot of the SoundCloud dudes, you know?
Yeah.
And I think now at this point with the internet and stuff, it's like the expectation of authenticity is so strong that it's kind of like hard for you to imagine a rapper pop off talking about gangster shit unless he actually had something that he could like point to, some kind of proof or some kind of affiliation or whatever. It's like they kind of need that at a certain point because the audience is so trained to want to poke holes in your story.
So why do you feel like that change happened?
I think the audience just consistently just becomes more nuanced and more educated, and they know what they're looking at more.
It's interesting. That's true.
And with the rise of the YouTube documentary, which I think is like about rappers and whatnot and street shit, which I think is kind of like a under talked about phenomenon in terms of how much that has changed shit and changed like people's understanding. Like if you were talking about gang shit with the Chicago shit in 2011, 2012, you know, like you could figure out shit, but it was not so easy.
Yeah.
Now it's like all 100% out there.
So you feel like the rise of like independent fact-checking YouTubers whose like sole mission is to prove if a rapper's like fake or real has caused in turn the industry to shift to like prefer like real people?
I would say that's just one of many factors
That's one
that
thing.
has sort of like
That's real.
led the consumers to become so much more well-versed and so much more curious about what they're looking at.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, there's just a lot more rappers in general. Like 2012, like how many Chief Keefs were there? I mean, it was pretty much just like him and his friends, right? And then now every city has people who are kind of inhabiting these archetypes, right?
Yeah, we just went there to O-Block as a part of our documentary that we're doing on the Chicago Rap Festival. We talked to Boss Top a lot about like the early days of drill and just how it like spread to the entire world. And now that seems to be like the most popular type of rap music. Like even if you think about California, right? Like Stockton and Sacramento music that's popping, that's pretty much drill.
But there's two different like ways to define drill too, right? There's kind of like the sonic element, which is like every artist out of New York these days is like basically trying to sound like, you know, it's a sound. And then you have like drill, meaning dudes talking about all this street shit and who got shot and then putting all this like super real content, because the Stockton shit doesn't necessarily sound like the fucking Pop Smoke records or whatever, but they're talking all this super real street shit. That's what makes it drill, right?
Stockton, Jacksonville, Brooklyn, Detroit, Chicago, you know, most modern rap scenes that I can think of that are super viral, all the lyrics are about murder. And there's people making documentaries immediately after the songs come out, putting, you know, faces behind the lyrics, especially with the Jacksonville thing. You know, after the, you know, the Julio Youngin Ace shit. Some of the documentaries that came out as a result of like the Who I Smoke song and the shit that went back and forth like really blew my mind. It made me realize like, goddamn, like they're rapping about like people who just died. Dozens of people.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean that was insane for sure. That was some of the weirdest shit I ever seen. Like I remember Brandon Buckingham went there and he did interviews with like kids hanging out at the store.
Yeah.
And just like asking them what they thought about it. And it was, I mean, it's revealing because that's a side of it that you don't get to see. Is like, how did the people who are around here who feel like there's a decent chance that they could get hit by a stray bullet, how do they feel about all this?
It's interesting too, because like, you know, Peep and X, which is like two of the biggest interviews you did in the early SoundCloud days.
Right.
Those were, you know, adjacent to like the underground like rap world that had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And those were #1 guys.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that could ever happen again.
Yeah. Because, all right, in terms of like the cyclical nature of rap, I always think about when 50 kind of got phased out and replaced by Kanye, and you see this whole new thing emerging in rap where you have somebody who's like entirely non-violent, who's just super interesting and more into fashion and street shit or whatever.
Okay,
and then
so
you see Kanye.
I'm trying to do the Barbarian stuff. I think it's Barbarian training here. How do I know how far I am on the barbarian stuff? I thought I was coming down here to find stuff in the skeletons. Find something. Oh, I found the ancient page. That's what I was looking for. Collection log item. I might need that 2-dose attack potion. Unfamiliar and barbaric. So I need the use an axe on logs and then add the bones of a long dead hero. Okay, I think I need I don't even think I had the fishing level for that. But I need an axe. Definitely thought I had an axe.
You know, this historic thing where he sells more records at 50, and then 50's career doesn't necessarily ever really fully recover from there. I mean, you just kind of wonder, like, is there a avant-garde artistic rap star who could come out and cause a cultural change so much that it would actually impact, or is there anything that could happen that would like disincentivize violence or like talking about violence or making your song so themed around that. Like, what could possibly happen in the culture that would make that less of a thing?
Maybe there could be a resurgence in like a horrorcore music where the rappers just lying about like school shootings and like shit like Eminem style,
like ghouls and monsters.
Yeah, like slaying demons and sci-fi shit. I mean, really, you remember that era? Imagine if someone did a fact-checking documentary about one of those guys.
Yeah, did he really?
Did Eminem actually kill his wife? Because here's a picture of her alive, and all the comments are like, "Fuck this fool, he's a poser."
Yeah, like what if rap was more like death metal? Where
Yeah,
like
exactly.
every song is about like dismembering somebody.
Yeah,
But you haven't. Everyone assumes you haven't dismembered anyone.
What does dismembering mean?
It's like removing your member.
Yeah, for
Or
years.
some members.
For most of my life, I thought it meant to kick someone out of like a private circle, like you're no longer a member. And I always wonder why it was included with decapitation. And
It's like
whatnot.
ripping someone from head to toe. I'm pretty sure. But you go through a death metal phase?
No, I've been a rap fan my entire life. Actually, I liked Metallica and Incubus up until I was like 9.
Right.
And then I think an Eminem show, and then like Jay Dilla instrumentals, Kush and Orange Juice mixtape, State versus Radrick Davis Flockavelli took over my entire thought patterns.
Right.
Same.
Because sometimes I think
Flockavelli
about how I'm gonna
fucking changed my life.
Explain to my kid
It's funny
what
he
is
said
going
that.
on in a lot of these songs.
You're gonna have some explaining to do.
Oh yeah. And you know, one thing I always think like I could maybe go back to is because I listen to Misfits a lot for some reason. That's just become like the main punk band that I still actually listen to. And I listen to their lyrics, and I'm like, well, what the fuck are they talking about? They're talking about a bunch of stupid, made-up, ghoul, Halloween shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to convince my kid, like, oh yeah, like Julio is talking about shooting somebody, but he's just playing. He's just joking around.
People should make angsty drill music about their own families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after being grounded or something like that.
Right. I think a big part of it too is, like, to be a Juice WRLD's very hard.
Burnt Space.
To be an X is very hard.
Around his house.
To be a drill rapper seems a little bit
right here.
more. It's right there for you to grab.
So I got the axe. I got a log.
If all else fails.
My boy
Look at
Shoebox
that.
Baby from O Block, he got like a couple 100,000 views on all his videos, and then he dissed Young Boy in one song. Boom, 1.5 million.
We interviewed him.
Oh, he was there?
In
Nice.
O Block 2 weeks ago. He was cool. But during the interview, he was like, everything in every song is fiction. It's all created by the media.
Yeah.
We're like, all right.
Well, them O Block boys are scared now. You hear them in the new Dark album at the very
Whoa.
beginning. It says, "This shit is all cap. This is not real." They're putting asterisks on everything. Like, no Rico, please.
Yeah. That shit is terrifying. State RICO cases. You see they said another one's coming soon.
Two more.
Atlanta DA said 2 more are coming,
Two
and
more.
they didn't reveal which major rapper is going to be taken down.
We looked into this more because I said on the podcast that it was rappers, but I'm pretty sure it's just. But she said high profile, so it's kind of like high profile makes me think rappers, but maybe it could be somebody else.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of theories being floated out there.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Yes, that is what I've been thinking about.
Fucking
The
what's his name?
55th Street Rico.
Yeah.
Nick, you're in it, Nick.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have to actually kill this guy.
Friendly Fade was serious. Dynamite Blue.
Yeah, definitely.
So, dude, ask me anything. Fuck it.
Ask you anything. You want me to refer to the list? I'm sure I wrote down all kinds of intelligent stuff. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Because I think that says a lot about who you were as a young man or what you were hoping to get out of life. What led you in that direction?
Well, like after high school, you know, like I was all into rap until I had like a high school journalism class, and the teacher would let me like basically skip school to go report on different shit, like the Occupy movement in Seattle.
Wow.
Like, wrote about juggalos.
So that just made sense to you to just go be around weird shit that was going on and just report on it.
I always liked it, you know. I always liked being front row to shit that I was just like shocked by, and
Right.
it kind of became like how I'd entertain myself.
Right.
And I went to this journalism program in Louisiana, and they were just preparing me for like a media world that was totally over, because they had written the course for the shit like 10 years before I went there. So they were preparing me to either write for a local newspaper or like be a weatherman in Panama City Beach, Florida, just some horrendous position. So I decided that like I wanted to go out there like road style and just write weird stories about people that I met on like the super fringe of society.
I definitely gotta
so
kill
the
it.
Summer after my freshman year of college, I just like left all my shit in my dorm, went to the Greyhound station, took a Greyhound to Baton Rouge, and from there I just hitchhiked for like 70 days.
And did you even care who was going to be reading these stories, or what was the plan for getting them out there into the world?
What's crazy is I didn't write the book about it, which was called All Gas No Brakes, which is like the namesake of the show, until 2 years after that. I did it for myself.
Right.
But then I had all these like journals and voice memos from that period of time, and I was like, God damn, I got to do something with this.
Right.
So I moved to New York, basically transcribed them, published through this company called 8 Ball, but it didn't do too good. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this independently. Went back to Seattle, did a reading at this store called Art Primo. And then from there, my goal when I first made the book was like, I want to sell one book to someone I've never met before. And just, you know, go beyond like the I'm supported by my friends thing. And once I sold that first one, it just kept going. Probably sold like 500 copies. And that was like my first achievement.
Wow. It's kind of crazy when you think about that early period in your life where now you make something and you're kind of used to, by default, like millions of people are going to see it.
Yeah.
And when you're like younger, painting in your room or whatever the fuck it is, it's like you have no expectation of people seeing it, and it's like, I don't know, it kind of changes the way you create, right?
Yeah, I think it you create raw shit when you're younger and you're just doing it for yourself, versus now when you have like this insane instant feedback gratification loop where you're instantly like, when you make something, you can tell if it's good by how many views and comments it gets. You know, so it kind of takes the value away from being like art for art's sake. If you are especially a YouTuber where you make something and you pump it out the next day, like if I make a video that I love, you know, and like my community or the fans aren't really fucking with it as much as the other videos, it kind of weighs on me. I still appreciate art for art's sake, but I'm thinking like, did I do something wrong? How can I adjust the next video to make it cater more to my audience?
Right.
That's why it becomes so fucked up, and that's why so many creators I think burn out, because they're making shit for their fans now, because it becomes their business model and way of life.
Right. But it's all about like what you sort of like coax your audience into being ready for, because you guys like when you click on a fucking like I was honestly, I look at your channel and I see the title like Fish Parking Lot, and I'm like thinking in my head like, that is not a good title. Like a huge percentage of your audience doesn't even know who the fuck Fish is. I'm having to explain to my girl who Fish is. I'm like, it's a fucking band. I don't know anything about them besides the fact that they're old and jam bandish. But your audience has been primed to know that every video is going to be good, and that you don't really need to know anything about the subculture going in.
Yeah, we purposely undermarket. You know, we don't do any like keyframes or catchy titles. We just kind of tell you what it is, because we think that, you know, saying less and showing more is more effective in the long run. But it's different. Like, for example, this platform, you do interviews, multiple interviews a day here. We probably put out a video every couple weeks. So people look forward to it as a sole piece of content. So we don't have to be like, you're never going to believe what this guy said at the fish lot. And it's like a cutout of me like screaming or something.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, that's two different approaches to making content, is like, do stuff that is so good that every time you drop, it's just a fucking banger, and you can guarantee it's gonna get millions of views or whatever. Or like me or Vlad, where we just do a lot. And it's always made so much sense to me, because I remember like very early on in No Jumper, there was just like a Pokemon Go YouTuber that I really wanted to interview, because I was watching him all the time, and I'm like thinking in my head like, ah shit, well your platform is getting bigger, like does it make sense for you to interview somebody who's like kind of doing something so niche? But like that for me is like the thing that I'm doing here, is I'm like really just exploring shit that I'm interested in
pretzel
for the most
with a
part.
piece of chocolate.
So I don't know if I could ever be the kind of YouTuber. I could imagine doing a specific show where we really aim to like when I was watching you on Hot Ones. They're not gonna do an episode unless they know it's gonna be a big episode.
Right.
Yeah, like it's different outlook.
Different strategies, man.
Are you friends with Vlad?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Is he cool?
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, he's like he's been making rap content like damn near longer than anybody ever. Like, people don't know how long he's been fucking in the rap game. Like, he was a big mixtape DJ and shit, and he always kind of like embraced me from the beginning. And it's like, a lot of people don't like him, but I feel like he wrote the playbook for what like hip hop YouTube was going to be so many years ago, and took all the fucking damage being the first person through the wall.
Yeah.
And now everything he does is just normal.
Why do you think people don't like him?
I mean, he has a way conversationally for sure. Like he speaks, like he does an interview like he's making it for YouTube. Like the way that these questions are just sort of flowing all over the place, which I feel like that sort of softens people up and it makes it like for a better conversation. His is kind of the opposite of that, where it's sort of rigid and it's like, we're going to get the answers to these questions for these clips. And that's kind of like off-putting to some people. There's been a few like things like shit he said about Minister Farrakhan that got him in hot water or whatever, but like I don't know, I feel like the vast majority of the reason why some people don't fuck with him is just because he fucking basically invented everything that everybody on rap YouTube is doing, and he got all the shit for it, for being the same way that with all the news and gossip shit academics gets all the shit for it. It's because he was just the first one. He sort of like invented the template, you know?
Yeah. It's been effective for us because whenever we interview rappers, like we straight up say like, we're not going to ask you any Vlad type questions. Yeah, and they know what that means. Yeah, and he does get get shit on, but he does some great interviews, especially the Boosie ones.
Oh yeah,
the Boosie ones.
Well, that's a template that he really kind of invented as well, where he just has a cameraman go to Boosie's basement, and he does the interview from afar, from all the way over here in California or whatever, and then he gets like a 3-hour interview, and then he cuts it into pieces, puts it out, and boom. He's also basically like started the practice of people and interviewers paying artists as well.
Yeah, the creepiest rap interviewer to me is probably DJ Small Eyes. The one who's like, so how many times have you been shot?
I knew you were
What
gonna
was that like
say.
when that bullet permeated your flesh?
My brain was 100% sure you were gonna say that before you said it, just for the record. Like as soon as you said creepiest YouTuber did.
Shit, I was like, who would agree? It's like the worst porn director of all time.
I saw one, like I swear I only click on his shit to see if it's actually as insane as what the title is.
Yeah.
And I saw one where he was like, it was like so and so talks about what it was like going to this high school, or reveals what high school she went to. And I'm like, what percentage of your audience do you think even knows? You know, like how many high schools do I know? I know the one I went to, and I know Hollywood High because I've been on my bike many times.
Were you scared you wouldn't graduate? What kind of grades did you have?
What does it feel like to smoke a blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he can. I would
What does it smell like?
I would like to hear an interview with him.
Oh,
I would
we gotta
love to
turn-
know where he's coming from. You need to go.
Yeah, we gotta turn the cameras around. Be like, do you really have small eyes?
A day in
I
the
bet
life
he
of
has
him.
tiny, beady, lizard-like eyes.
And why is it Small Eyes 2?
Yeah, who is Small Eyes 1? Did you kill him? Take his eyes from him?
Why did you have another channel, and why is this channel clearly taking priority here?
Yeah, I watch so much of that shit. I get in these YouTube holes where I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
The Mafia interview YouTube hole's really bad. When you're like 2 hours into like Michael Francesi and Sammy the Bull interviews, you're like learning about the Costa Nostra while you're hungover. You're like, fuck, I gotta leave the house, bro.
Yeah. No, for sure. But that I don't know. Sometimes I don't find that fascinating about the Mafia guys. Like Vlad, when I watch him interview those guys, he knows.
Try to find those
everything.
bones.
But
I'm wondering if
I
there's
don't remember it.
Another disturbing
There,
YouTube
I
hole
got
is
him.
like Jordan Belfort financial advice.
Another
videos.
intro page.
I don't like it, but I'm just there all the time. I talk to him more than my own parents.
Really?
Not talk to him, but you know, I'm there with him.
Have you become engaged with the TikTok algorithm?
No, I'm trying to avoid that shit, man. I'm old. I'm 25.
Ever since they told me that I'm 13 years older than you, but ever since they told me that the percentage of percentage of an 18-year-old's
over there?
time that is being spent on YouTube is officially going down because it's being replaced by TikTok and Reels or whatever.
Yeah, I just like to do my shit and not like chase the dwindling attention span that like comes with Gen Z.
Because there's a lot of interesting creators on there. You know?
There's people making sick shit on TikTok.
And I just don't want to be totally blind to them.
What I do is we just hired someone to like take our YouTube videos, cut them down, and make TikToks out of them. But like for me, if I'm not enjoying using the platform, I'm not gonna just do it for the sake of like lowering my median age.
I'm just trying to use it more so that I can sort of figure out what the fuck people like about it so much, because to me it doesn't feel that different than looking at Instagram now, which I guess is Instagram's whole point of existing now, is that they just want to take TikTok's market share. But I kind of think that maybe Instagram and Facebook doubling down on making their app more TikTok-like might be because they think that TikTok is going to get banned.
Shoebox Baby thinks that social media companies have a responsibility to limit the distribution of violent threats and gang-related content.
He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you take a look at what they're already limiting, it's kind of like a peek into what that dystopian world is going to be like, I think. Because, I mean, on Instagram, like everybody I know just gets deleted off Instagram for any old thing these days.
Yeah.
So I'm very, that would be great if you could assure that would be happening in a, a good way, but like look at King Yella. King Yella's on his like 7th Instagram. It just gets deleted because it's like, and it's the same thing with Crip Man. If you're in a gang, if there's thousands of people who don't like you just by birthright because you're in this gang, they're gonna report you and you're gonna lose your Instagram. And it just seems that if there's powerful people or smart people who want to get your Instagram down, it's just gonna happen.
What do you think it would be like if you were in a gang?
I don't know.
Have you considered joining a gang to defend yourself?
No.
From rival podcasters?
No.
Well,
we are a gang. Channel 5. No, I would want. I feel like a gang. It's like picking a religion. You gotta do it when you're really, really young and your brain's still soft.
But some people go Muslim in jail.
Yeah, and I never really understood that. I knew a girl who did like she got her degree in religious studies and decided she wanted to be Muslim at some point along the way. I'm like, I feel like getting your degree in religious studies is kind of like the ultimate person that should not actually pick one of these religions.
My favorite Adam 22 conspiracy theory is that you were a satanic Freemason.
Yeah.
Have you seen those online before?
Well,
Because
I barely even know what a Freemason is.
since you said you were an atheist,
yeah,
people think you have a satanic agenda, and I've LOL'd pretty hard.
This is funny.
The medium is the message.
Back for round
that's
2.
Like such a good thumbnail, like accusing me of being part of some sort of cult, that it's like it doesn't matter if the video doesn't really make that much sense or if there's like no meat to the argument,
But your last name is Grand Mason.
Yes.
Oh.
That's so funny. Get it, fella.
Descend from a Freemason background?
No. I was actually just at my uncle's funeral, and I can confirm that my entire family lineage is a bunch of old-ass New Hampshire Democrats working in local politics.
Still?
Well, most of them are probably retired at this point.
Sounds like a Freemason family, man.
Sounds like what a Freemason would say.
Do you know about the Stonecutters?
No.
Damn it. I keep saying that to people, and they keep not knowing what I'm talking about. It's like an old-school Simpsons episode.
Wait, what now?
Damn it.
Homer was rolling a boulder up a hill. Okay, I mean, somehow all that just came from me bringing up hitchhiking.
This is what happens when interviewers interview interviewers.
Okay. This was one thing that I saw, and it really stood out to me. It's like, wow, this guy is great. He's doing a fucking acrobatic act with this. It was the moment where you're interviewing the Christian preacher, and you're like making fun of him, and then you're kind of like alternating, switching back to the goth girl who's talking about being molested by her dad, and you're having to actually be empathetic to her. And this was just like
kill the Mithril
an
dragon.
insane juggling act that I'm watching, because it's like you're parodying this guy, and then you're being like a therapist to this girl who's clearly been through some traumatic shit.
Yeah. I think it's like almost like a 10,000 hours kind of thing. Like I feel like we oscillate between parody and empathy so frequently.
Right.
It's just an instant brain shift for me, and I can just pick up on the vibe. Like, all right, Christian preacher screaming about the incoming doomsday, girl opening up about some terrible shit. It's so different to me that I can somehow just like keep two conversations going at once. It's all about the moving of the microphone.
Right.
Yeah, especially if they don't know what the other one is saying, you can basically keep two. The best thing you can hope for is to be like, I call it like between enemy lines or something, as a journalist, where like both sides sort of think that you're on their team.
Yeah.
Because you're appearing like I agree with you, or like I'm there, I'm on your
What'd
team.
you call it? The what nod?
Toddler nod.
The toddler nod, yeah.
I talk about the toddler nod all the time. That's actually a Louis Theroux technique. The first dude did toddler nod.
Right.
Toddler nodding is my favorite interview technique. It's where you're not saying I agree with you, but you're saying I'm there with you. It's like you're doing it right now.
It's even smaller.
It's even smaller.
But it's weird because the camera's probably not on there.
What's the smallest nod you can do?
Even smaller.
Even smaller.
Well, the smaller you make it, the more it might be that you're just sort of bouncing in your chair a little bit. Or I'll say, I say, Or they'll give me shit because I say, interesting.
It's better than that's crazy.
That's crazy. It's so offensive. Yeah.
So offensive.
Damn.
You have a girlfriend and you just say that's crazy to her.
Yeah.
Like nowadays they get it though. They know that you don't really think that shit's crazy.
Oh, our homegirl says one that's worse. Oh fuck. Yeah. That shit's worse.
Damn.
Oh fuck is like what? You know what I mean?
Word?
Did you even hear what I said?
Yeah.
Remember I was like I'm hella like hungry. She's like oh fuck.
But there's a purpose for the. It's like reminding the audience that you're still there, because that's kind of like a weird thing that happens when you're doing an interview. Is that if you're interviewing somebody and they go off on a tirade for 10 minutes, And you start to feel it like, oh, this is starting to feel a lot less like an interview and a lot more like you making a YouTube video sitting across from me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That must be so annoying, man.
Yeah. But then sometimes, okay, for instance, like the other day I interviewed fucking Paul Wall and Terminology. So Terminology is this like super technical fucking battle rapper, or not battle rapper, but rapper from Boston.
Yeah.
Paul Wall is from fucking Texas. Obviously just, they do music together now, but they're from completely different worlds. And like doing that interview at the same time and having to sort of like bounce around between their careers and accomplishments stood out to me as like, wow, that's like expert tier shit right there. Like the fact that I was able to do a pretty good job on that stood out to me a lot. But then watching you do that with two people who are clearly just experiencing completely different parts of life was intense.
Like explaining a mortal technique to Paul Wall sounds tough.
I feel like Paul Wall probably like knows a thing or two about Immortal Technique, because he's a hip hopper, dude. Like that's one thing with Paul Wall is that I think the labels try to push him out there as this like complete parody jeweler guy, but then when you actually listen to his music, he's like real hip hop guy.
Well, speaking of Paul Wall, I've actually been in touch with Johnny Dang. He's designing me a custom top and bottom grill. Johnny Dang called me and asked me, pullouts or permanents?
And you said
pullouts.
Yeah.
But I like that Johnny Dang thinks that I want permanent diamond teeth.
I mean, what are you saving yourself for?
Well, Johnny Dang's giving me like an insane discount for the promo. So
Right.
I'm gonna go to Houston.
But do you think you're gonna like it?
Having a grill?
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
I got one.
Robert Pattinson has one.
The first time I like really actually got like a lot of money, some guy from my fucking gym just said to me like, I'm a jeweler, you should let me make you a grill. I was like, boom, I dropped $8,000 on a grill. I probably wore it for a combined total of maybe like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then it just went in the drawer and I haven't thought about it since.
Well, I wanted to ask you, you went on kind of like a finance adjacent podcast and you told those two guys that you make $1 million a month.
Yeah.
Do you regret telling people how much you make from the podcast?
All right, this is my thought process on that. Is that I clearly knew what I was doing by throwing that out there, and I clearly also was just sort of throwing a round number out there, you know? It's weird because, like, rappers are so transparent about how much money they make, and I even see rappers, like, post their fucking images of the apps on their phone, like, showing how much money they have. The jewelry is, like, pretty transparent. They, you know, love to have money in videos and stuff. Sometimes I feel like as a content creator, it's kind of weird because the audience looks at you like whatever, and they don't have any fucking clue. And it's like me or Vlad or Academics. I know what like roughly all of them make, and we all make fucking way more money than most rappers. But the audience doesn't fucking know that. And so at a certain point, like going on that podcast, I knew he was gonna ask. And I was like, you know what, that's a number that I feel comfortable throwing out there. Now, does that take into account all the different businesses that I own, basically? Yes. Does it take into account the expenses that we have? Not really.
Yeah, you're not taking home $1 million.
No.
That's the operating budget, right?
That'd be nice, though.
Yeah, because it's like this, remember that guy, that journalist who tried to like get us saying, oh, they make $100,000 a month on Patreon.
Yeah.
But we spend the vast majority of that covering travel, hotels, production expenses, editors, like every trial and tribulation that comes with running a set out of an RV in a rental house in LA.
I don't really know what I'm doing
it's
now.
just like kind of annoying.
The Tune Bows to kill
say
Metal
that,
Dragon.
like, oh, so you get $100,000 a month? It's like, fuck, no, we don't.
Yeah. And people like are so good at just seeing that amount and so bad at being like, oh well, they have to pay for this, they have to pay for, you know, there's just like infinite fucking things they have to pay for that. Yeah.
We gotta buy all this Chrome Hearts apparel.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I still haven't done that.
Adobe Master Suite subscriptions for every iMac in the house.
I got a good Chrome Hearts store story. I was in Miami for a fucking Boot Gang versus Supreme Patty boxing match. Basically, the pinnacle of modern sporting events.
Oh my god!
Dude,
sad I missed
you
it.
guys not being there is almost shocking. Yeah.
Anything to be there.
We got shows. I don't know, but we were there and we were with fucking Walter from Fresh and Fit. And he goes, like, we're walking by the Chrome Hearts store and AD wants to go in, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm just gonna stand out here. And then Walter goes in and pays $100. You have to pay money to go into the store. So he paid for me to go into the store. I walk around the store, I'm like, I'm not gonna buy anything.
How much does it cost to go inside the Chrome Hearts store?
I think it was like $100.
Holy shit.
The hats are
might have been
$1,000.
50.
At the end of the day, it's not worth it.
That's
I
wild.
don't. I didn't see anything in there. Everything in there looks to me like a really lame corporate version of like a band shirt that I would have bought in 1999.
Yeah, I don't even know what Chrome Heart shit looks like. But did you just get my AD reference or no?
No, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite No Jumper hosts.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
You guys hang out outside of work?
Occasionally.
Who's your best friend of all the podcast hosts outside of the studio?
Well, I've known Housephone the longest for sure. It is weird though, because I feel like me and T-Rail are probably like might get along the best and might have the most similar lives because we are just pretty much old man boring guys with businesses who just hang out with our kids.
Yeah. I went on your guys' Reddit and I was like, goddamn dude, if I was on this podcast, I would not read that shit.
I read it religiously.
It's like such negative gossip.
Yeah, but that stuff doesn't bother me.
Really?
No,
I guess you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
I read our Reddit every time someone's like, why are they going to Ukraine? Like, what are they going to make a video about drunk people in Ukraine? Fuck these guys. I'm like, we're on the flight. We're like, oh shit, should we go home?
Really?
Yeah, we're not used to negative feedback.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just like way too used to it. Yeah. It doesn't even.
Nobody really hates on us.
Really?
They hate on us because the T-shirts for our merch are. They thought that it was a medium, but they were just a little too big.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the most hate you're getting, that's awesome.
Damn it, like he thinks he's the king of the fucking world.
Yeah, it says
my
yes.
shirt doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. Wow. I'm unsubbing. It's like, oh, get out of here, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
No, because somebody, I mean, okay, why would Channel 5 be so inoffensive to people? I mean, somebody said to me the other day, they're like, oh my God, you're going to interview Andrew. He's the funniest dude ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I think his videos are super funny, but you really think that's like the best way to describe it is that he's funny? I'm like, I think it's more like he creates a fucking hilarious atmosphere because it's not like you even have said anything close to like a joke in most episodes, right?
Basically never.
You're really getting out of the way as much as possible.
I have funny conversations, and we obviously edit and direct all of it, so like it's a funny composition.
You aid the humor,
we're pretty
but you
funny.
are not the comedian.
Well,
really.
Yeah, we're pretty funny dudes, I think, but we're not stand-up comedians, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to stand-up comedians. I could never do that shit.
No, I would. Yeah,
that's so painful to watch.
No, but like, okay, there's a lot of people. I was thinking you guys are kind of like the opposite of a prank channel.
Yes.
The prank channel is like you go out and you basically do stand-up comedy in front of random people. You guys are the opposite, where you basically like go out there and like create a platform for random people.
Yeah.
Without making it about you at all.
It's the opposite of hood pranks gone wrong. Just walk around the Bronx farting.
Yeah. Damn.
What was the shopping cart one?
Oh, Cartnarks. Are you familiar with Cartnarks?
No.
He lives in central Indiana, I think, and he goes to different Home Depots and Walmarts. And if you don't put your cart back, after you go shopping, that you're supposed to go in the cart bay, he has these wands that make like noises, and he'll be like, Cartnarks. He has a GoPro on his head, and they'll be like, you gotta put your cart back. And they'll try to fight him. They'll be like, I can put my cart wherever the fuck I want. He's like, actually, you can. It's against the rules. You gotta put it back in the cart bay. They try to kick him in the nuts, push him over, everything. He emailed us and was like, I want to hang out with you guys. I want to collaborate. And we're like, yes. So next time we're in Indiana, Cartnarks, if you're watching, I would love to accompany you in your vigilante justice.
So he does this to make content? Or he does
dude,
this...
it's the best content ever.
so it's like intended to be like a troll, or is this like what he's actually passionate about?
No, the guy wants people to put carts in the cart bay.
He's trying to piss off as many people as possible in like a short amount of time.
And
he'll have like 12 people screaming at him. He'll have like an entire like Albertsons parking lot just like from all angles, just like shrieking at him.
He's a powerful.
And he's just filming.
Yeah. He's a regulator. He's all about law and order. He's a powerful one-man gang, I'd say.
Yeah.
But so now you're in a weird position where it's like, it's your job to uncover weird subcultures, right?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
So like that YouTube video, like I'm hearing the way you're talking about it, like you're so excited about it, and it does sound interesting. I would definitely check it out. But it's like, for me, if I fucking thought it was the funniest thing ever, I'm probably gonna like watch a couple episodes and move on. For you guys, it's like, oh no, this could be the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's a little different because if I was you, I would get Lil Cito here and Cartnarks here, and I would try to maintain 2 lines of conversation: one about a white man's place in drill music, and the other about cart injustice.
Right.
And just sort of weave those together, create common ground, perhaps through food, music, or video games or whatever. Engineer some kind of collaboration, maybe a song. A drill song about carts.
You guys like the combo stuff, huh?
We like to interweave storylines, bend dimensions stuff.
Like Game of Thrones.
And then you end up with Crip Mac at the Slipknot concert.
Boom.
That was a beautiful thing. What is the long-term goal? Like, how far ahead have you thought about this?
Well, we have like a movie that's like in the works right now.
Yeah, you think that might be a game changer?
Yeah, definitely, because like it's like
Love
a
pretzels.
movie, like it's a real feature film.
Right.
And so we're trying to find a
We're gonna
distributor
mix
for it right now. So right now we're in the process of like
Mix this
finding a
chocolate.
distributor so we can make the announcement.
Right.
So once that happens, I think that'll take us, at least in the public perception, out of YouTube realm. And I don't think people see us as YouTubers, but to have the validation of a feature film that's like in theaters and it's reviewed by critics like Roger Ebert. Yeah, with Roger Ebert talks.
Well, there's definitely an extent to which you could be the biggest fucking YouTuber in the world, and the mainstream world still doesn't give a fuck about you, right? Like I remember David Dobrik talking about going to Netflix, trying to sell them on a TV show, and they were just like,
yeah, there's a
not fucking with it.
There's a big disconnect, and I understand why, because making a movie takes a long time.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a bunch of EPs and chefs in the kitchen. Whereas a YouTube video, you can get more streams on a YouTube video than a feature film in theaters in 24 hours, yet you don't have the mainstream validation of the people on top, you know?
Right.
It's just like, but long-term goals is different types of stuff. Like, we want to make a cartoon. I want to write another book.
Well, is it about Channel 5, the YouTube entity, or is it about just building a media company in general?
Yeah, probably option 2, you know? But I don't want to grow so big that we're disconnected from it.
Yeah, because it's like to do your content at scale and to still have it be good would be like the ultimate challenge, right?
Yeah, and that comes through like not chasing another viral moment, because our previous shows, my first shows, Quarter Confessions and our show All Gas No Breaks, was built upon viral internet moments, and that's how we built traffic. Now we don't really have viral moments, we just have a large community and fan base that fucks with whatever we do. So we don't have to like engineer these crazy collaborations. Like, we're set on this path for a while. So we don't need to grow, but I'd like to. But I don't need like a skyrocket moment.
Right.
Just grow over time.
But it's kind of weird once you have a YouTube channel that really starts taking off, because you start to think like, well, I want to do other things with my life.
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to create this into a business where I can consistently be able to keep this channel going, but then also be able to like carve out large chunks of my life
kill
to
this
be able to
mental
work on
dragon.
other things, like when you're saying the book or the movie or whatever. It's like, I'm sure the Channel 5, the YouTube channel would be its best version of itself if you just said, no, this is my thing. Like Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He just said, okay, this is it. This is the whole thing. I'm not trying to go beyond this.
Yeah, and he did the Spanish translation channel. I think we're going to do that too, Canal 5. We're actually in the works for it right now. It's kind of expensive though.
How much?
I think it's like $500 an hour per voice actor. So you get, not only that, but you got to re-edit everything, because it's just a whole. We've lost most of the files from our videos.
Oh,
so
really?
we just have the YouTube MP4. So we would have to download the high quality version of that, re-soundtrack it. It's the whole thing.
Right.
But I think it's worth it. I feel like anytime there's some crazy American shit, other countries watch Channel 5 and they always comment, "Wow, America's so crazy." That's sort of the extent of a lot of their analysis. So I feel like that would hit pretty hard in Latin America.
Yeah. But what's the goal? Just more people seeing it, or do you see it?
Doing shows in Mexico City, that kind of thing.
Right.
Sounds tight. Like, I also speak pretty good Spanish, and like I want to travel through that world and have opportunities.
Right.
Start covering shit in Latin America too.
Yeah.
Expand out of the U.S. We just did our first videos in Canada, so it's like
the trucker convoy thing.
No, we did the Calgary Stampede. We covered a guy named Will Blunderfield, who's a men's sex kung fu
I would love
coach,
to
help you grow your testicles with a special program. And then what else do we?
I want to
East
hop
Hastings,
on
which is
Battlefield, I think.
legalized drug district.
Right.
Decriminalized.
What ways can you see in which YouTube shapes the content?
What do you mean?
Like the incentives of what to make or how to do it or what not
Apex,
to cover.
Destiny,
for example,
Battlefield.
how has the platform and the rules that they institute and everything, like how has that pushed you in certain directions?
Almost not at all, because I look at it as just a medium. It could be anything else. Also, once you get to this certain level, YouTube kind of gives you like a partner to work with. So we have this dude at YouTube who we upload videos a day before. He manually reviews it, make sure it's not copyright flagged or whatever, or going to be age restricted. So we get everything approved now before it goes online.
Really?
It gets demonetized, which is fine, but the age restriction just kills the video every single time.
The worst.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
But yeah, we pretty much cover what we're interested in.
Right.
Like I feel like we get more bored by the subject matter, like quicker than our audience. Like our audience could watch like screaming NASCAR drivers probably for like every day for like a year.
Right.
We can't hear any screaming. Or
Like I don't want to cover the same thing twice. Like we tried it. One of my first viral videos was the All Gas No Breaks Talladega Super Speedway video.
Right.
And
great video.
We went back again for Channel 5 to do Return to Talladega, and like, dude, I just didn't have any fun. I'm like, I already did this. I feel like I'm trying to revive some shit that already, ran its course.
But it's funny because like living your life that way feels like maybe at some point you've just seen everything, and you know, it's like hard to find something that's really going to stand out to you as new and unique, especially when all these other videos have touched on things that were fairly shocking, you know?
Yeah. Dude, it makes it hard to communicate with new people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, being so young and seeing so much like nutty shit.
Yeah, because you know, it's just even just traveling in general. Like, there's something weird that happens to you when you travel a lot and you've seen so much, and then you just go back home and you just realize how small a lot of your peers' worlds are, because it's like, you know, what the inter-store drama at the mall where they work is like super fascinating to them, and you're like, fuck, I was just in Ukraine. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
you know,
it's a weird one, for sure, bro.
Yeah. Okay, let me hit the question list. I want to make sure I'm not representing here. Oh yeah, okay. The editing.
Yep.
When I go back and watch like older All Gas No Brakes shit, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of trippy because I'm like, oh my god, they've been on the same camera angle on this guy for like 8 seconds. Like, this is just so unlike what the shit is like now.
You're gonna kill
How is that
Metro
transformed?
Dragons.
How big of a role do you think that plays?
I mean, we don't do that kind of editing anymore. Like, we don't do crash zooms, we don't do word vomit. We are trying to lean more in like the documentary direction, and that's really an access thing. Because if you make a name for yourself as an ambush interviewer, it will jumble people's words up and make them look stupid and put like a circus song behind it. Now that's, I mean, you know, over time they're not gonna let you into anything.
Right.
You're gonna get all your press pass applications denied. You're not gonna be able to cover shit. So you have to have certain documentaries or videos that you make to point to be like, yo, this is what we want to do, even if it's not. You know, so we made a conscious choice, especially when a lot of copycat pages popped off. We were just like, you know what? Let's give everyone this style. I'm not going to go on Instagram Live yelling about people taking it.
Right.
What book are they
the first
talking
guy to
about?
interview someone on the street. Wasn't the first guy to do a
21
crash zoom.
of the books.
Let's just prioritize making cool shit.
What's a crash zoom? It zooms in and then it shakes?
A crash zoom is just when you go in iMovie and you have, or Premiere, and then you have it like just crash on their face, like, and then stop.
At the precise moment when they said something questionable.
Right.
Yeah, so if someone, the moment they say something dumb, basically.
Do you ever like misrepresent somebody for comedic effect and have it kind of seem fucked up to you after the fact?
Not anymore, but my first show, Quarter Confessions, there was definitely a little bit of misrepresentation.
Right.
I mean, they were saying it, but we were zooming in on them while they were saying it.
Right.
It's different. I mean,
yeah, the background music. There's like a lot of different ways you could sort of paint a picture. You know, you could very easily sort of, in like the way it happens in politics these days, where
It's
people
funny
are
they talk
happy
about it
to
like that.
take their political opponent and take a sentence that they've said and split it in half and remove context to make them sound crazy. You know, yeah, like the more you play into that, you know, how good are you going to really feel about your content, right?
yeah, it's just a limiter, you know. So nowadays, if you watch our most recent, we haven't done a crash zoom in 6 to 8 months, and the movie doesn't have a crash zoom.
Right.
We're trying to be taken seriously, but still have funny ass shit.
Where are you going to put the movie?
Hopefully, HBO, Netflix, Amazon, one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You're already in the process of pitching it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's been done for a while.
Wow.
It's about the 2020 election.
Oh, I thought it was about January 6th. Okay, cool. It's about that too.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So is this a lot of different footage that you guys have filmed that you've had to keep on the back burner that
Oh my god, dude.
could have been huge if you had dropped it right when it happened?
Oh yeah. I still think it'll be effective as a sort of like a time capsule.
Right.
But man, some of this footage would have like broke the internet if it was dropped at the time we recorded it. But that's the give and take when you're a journalist making a long form project. You got to know that it's going to take time.
I'm still waiting for something that might make me actually want to feel motivated to like film for a long time on one thing.
Yeah.
I'm so used to just getting in the booth and just banging these out.
Definitely, dude.
You edit the podcast?
No. There's no editing.
We edit the channel. We edit the channel 5 shit.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because like you have to.
You're doing like a 15-minute bang. It's like every
Yeah.
you can afford to get in there and like figure out every nuance. For us, it's like I just do it raw. I always tell people, I'm like, if you're gonna get into podcasting, it would probably behoove you to like film for an hour and a half and then chop it down to an hour.
Yeah.
You know, take out the whack shit.
Yeah.
But people don't. I don't know, because it's like like we live in this world where it's just like people are like, oh, why edit it?
It
It's
sucks.
like,
I want to keep killing these fucking dragons.
You might
but
want to edit it. You might want to.
I want to be able to wield a fucking
palatable.
hostel.
If you come out the gate with a 2-hour podcast, it's a lot for people to bite into.
Yeah. I hope you don't edit this one too much.
No.
It's got to come out. This is a good one.
No, yeah. Well, you think that I'm not enjoying being pushed on my gangster coverage.
No,
I like that.
I just fuck with like the fact that you're down to talk about this kind of thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a process of me figuring out everything as well too. There's definitely stuff I can look back on where I'm like, damn, I would do that differently.
Like what?
Well, I mean, the one that like I can't really like act like it was my fault because it all happened live was Boom Gang when he came in and passed out and smashes his head on the wall and he's babbling off the Zans and it's just like we're alive. So it's like I kind of really, I couldn't do anything about it. He like forced himself into the chair.
Yeah.
But then like the way it looked afterwards was like, oh, Adam got this guy fucked up and had him come in here so that he could make a fool out of him for content.
They think you like preloaded him with Alexander.
No, I was mad. I was supposed to interview him and like we had a good interview relationship going at that time and then he just shows up like so fucked up and it was bad. It wasn't even like funny because he was out in the parking lot afterwards. I didn't even see it, but I seen videos of like girls dumping water on his head. Like I think he might have to go to the hospital. Like it wasn't funny at all.
Well, shout out to John Gabbana for turning his life around. There's hope for everybody, and some people it's good that they find God.
That I would definitely agree with. God, he could use God, yeah.
Our homie Jesus Christ, Mike Servin. Jesus Christ. Without God, he'd be a lunatic.
Right.
A lot of people need God.
I just saw that Boonk and Will Vicky broke up, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know they were dating.
Oh, yeah, they had a whole thing.
Wow.
They found God together.
Imagine you're a kid growing up, the child of those two, just like gradually learning what your parents did. It's like there's a video of your dad stealing biscuits from Popeyes.
There's a video of your mom dissing Rice Gum in a song saying ching chong, ching chong,
like,
bitch.
Yeah. Your mom did not stop it.
She really did that. Oh, that was amazing. God, I couldn't believe it back in the day when that happened.
Fuck, dude, that was such a good internet era. Boom Gang was the greatest, single greatest of all time.
He changed shit a lot. Imagine you're Supreme Patty and John Gabbana is just raining blows upon you.
Did he win the fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, looking at them in the ring together, Supreme Patty and him really didn't look like they should have been in the same ring.
Yeah.
He's a much larger man. Shout out to Supreme Patty. I don't want to shit on your dreams or anything, but
shout out to Supreme Patty. We wouldn't be here without you.
That's real. Yo, man, if Channel 5 had been around a little longer, or All Gas No Breaks, maybe there would have been a Supreme Patty video.
Shit, yeah, I was studying how to,
This guy squeezes lemons into his eyes.
Oh, dude, that would have been the best era for us. But I was in school learning how to be a newspaper reporter, writing about hoverboards being banned on my campus and banning mango.
Do you look at what Mr. Beast is doing, and does that motivate you in some way, even though your content's completely different?
Yeah, just like I said with the Spanish translation shit. Like
there's a singular focus with him that still just consistently blows my fucking mind. That he just takes this one thing so serious and is willing to just go so above and beyond.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I see him as my arch nemesis.
Really? Because you guys are like the sort of more other side of the road YouTube channel?
Because we're beast too.
We're beast, but people say it's not for kids.
Yeah, he isn't. In what way is he like a beast?
He's not.
He's quite unbeast-like.
His stats are beast.
He does beast numbers and engagement.
He beasts the algorithm. No, the other day I heard like Flacco trying to explain him to Glasses Malone, who's like a little bit older gangster rapper, and he's like, yeah, he counted to 100,000. Oh, he said Logan Paul 100,000 times, and Glasses is like, what?
I love Flacco, man.
And that has what relevance does that have to his current output?
Remember we walked in before I even met you. Flacco was there, and he was like, Michael B. Jordan definitely has a 10-inch dick. I'm like, this guy.
He has this belief that he thinks that like somebody's overall value in life would kind of like determine their penis size. Like if you're a very successful man, that you must have a huge dick.
Yeah.
Which I assure you is just not how this works at all.
You think? I wonder what he thinks about Jeff Bezos as a 40 feet long.
I mean, he probably really
tucks it into his shoes through his pants.
Yeah, I mean something like that.
Has to get reduction surgery.
No, bringing Flacco in here has been a bizarre change to everything going on around here.
Certainly has.
He's just from another fucking planet, to be totally honest.
Did you discover Sharp through Soft White Underbelly?
Yeah, somebody hit us up to interview him after he blew up on there. What do you think of them? Soft White Underbelly.
I talked to Mark on the phone. Mark Lady, for like a couple hours. It's good. I mean, it's interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's funny to me because we started doing content in downtown LA, right on the outskirts of Skid Row, and never would have it occurred. People used to always say as a joke, like, you should interview a random homeless guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this shit is sad. Like,
I know. I generally we have avoided that forever. I mean, in a way, like with the Invisible People series that went viral, that was on like Hollywood and Highland and Venice. Like, you're allegedly humanizing the subject, the interview subject, because you're making the suburban world aware of the reality that there's teenage vagrants living homeless on the streets of Hollywood, but in reality you're making a lot of money off the YouTube videos. What really made me think of Mark as a good person is him on this podcast explaining just how much money he gives to these people.
Yeah, I really like your interview with him was really good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really. I feel like what he's doing, if it was done by anybody else or by somebody who had a different tone and demeanor, would come off as exploitive. And I've come to realize that does exist on YouTube, of course. That there's a lot of people with just cameras going around parking lots filming crazy methed out tweakers.
Even giving them $20.
Yeah.
And saying, everyone congratulate me. And all the comments are like, oh, blessings. I'm like, man, this is bullshit. But Mark, when I talked to him on the phone, he explained that he's pretty much broke by supporting the people who he has interviewed in the past.
Right.
He really helps them. Like, some of the stories he told me is he goes above and beyond to follow the timelines of interview subjects that he feels are valuable and worth giving attention to.
And he says he does, I think, 5 interviews for every interview he puts out. Like, he records a lot of interviews that don't come out and pays those people as well.
Yeah, he told me the story. He was in Vegas, somewhere off Fremont Street, one of those old Vegas hotels, like Gold Nugget or something, and he was trying to interview escorts that were in Vegas, and he said that he did like 20 in a row. They'd show up and be like, what do you want? He'd be like, an interview, and they would just be like, no way.
Really?
Yeah, so Mark really goes apparently he's in like West Virginia right now.
Right.
He's seeking out people that have been dejected by society or dejected themselves.
Right.
I think that he has done it, in my opinion, more ethically than any other person in that lane. But the lane is still up for debate.
There's never been a time where I looked at one of his pieces of content and I was like, oh, that's fucked up. Like that treated the subject unfairly.
Yeah. I really like how transparent he is about the instances where he gets finessed or duped by the people he's interviewing.
Exotic.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I definitely need to go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. We will continue this tomorrow and I'll try and finish this up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Our views continuously go up, so appreciate it. We did 3 hours tonight. Got some good content. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.